You're about to watch another episode of The Dungeon Run, but did you know that you can actually be part of the adventure? When you tune in live on Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific time, you can make your voice heard and help determine the fate of our adventurers. We hope to see you there.
Well, hello, and welcome to The Dungeon Run, a live tabletop role-playing game where your interactions help tell the tale. And a special hello to everyone watching live for the first time. Hello, so glad you could join us. I am Lord Ereban, Keeper of Secrets, and your host for tonight's campaign. Together, we stand witness as our intrepid adventurers face terrible danger and most certain doom in their quest for glory, valor, and most importantly, treasure. Yes. Throughout our time together, you will be called upon to help guide decisions made within the game. In addition to our live chat interactions, those that are brave enough can purchase one of 7 unique props. If you love the show, you can show love. When you buy Show Love, Jeff will see it and may read your name out during the game, showing you some love. And of course, you could show love to any member of the team. Love Jeff's new character voice? Show love. Or when James does some fast math? Show love! You get the idea. It's those simple gestures that are so thoughtful and mean the most. You could bestow upon the adventuring party the gift of advantage, the ability to roll a pair of 20-sided dice at once and take the highest value. Or for those of you that feel the players have had it too easy, you can set the trap of disadvantage. If a player has advantage, this disadvantage will counter it. And if the player does not have an advantage, well, they will roll a pair of 20-sided dice and take the lowest value. After all, life is pain. Or perhaps you want to be the wind at our adventurers' backs and allow them to draw from the force of good deck. And to add an even greater challenge to the adventure, you can purchase a Force of Evil card. When you give props, please specify which player at the table it is for, or I will make the choice for you. Is that clear? But that is not all. Please remember, it's on you. You can purchase an IOU, and each time you do, it will light a Force of Good candle. And when the goal of 20 candles is reached, a Force of Good card will be awarded to a random member of the team. If at the end of tonight's adventure, there are candles still lit, they will carry over to the next show. La-di-da. Oh, yes, and please disregard Milo's bowl. As we know from historic shows, we should just leave it alone. Trust me, it's bad for the party. For Milo, for me, for you, do not touch it. It's no good. Yes, it exists, but should not be touched. Do you understand? Good. Also, you have the power to submit your idea for a Force of Good or a Force of Evil card, and we might use it on the show. You could submit DM cards for Jeff as well. Head over to the Dungeon Run. What on earth? Demon 47, are you out of your mind? You just killed Milo. Like that. He's dead. He's literally on the floor right now. His heart seems as though it exploded out of his chest. Yes, he's dead. All right. EMT, can you please move him? Yes. Bring him back when he's alive. Demon 47, how dare you? All right, continue. This is really, really aggravating. Absolutely. You do have, I think I said this already, but I'm going to repeat it now because my train of thought is off. You can submit Force of Evil and Force of Good cards. You know about that, everyone? Good, good. Can you do no? Good. Now, head over to the dungeonrun.fandom.com to submit. Great. And while you're there, check out the link to the Dungeon Run Discord, where you can join a great community of runners. Except for you, Demon 47. You're not invited. You can upload your fan art there as well. And to those who have already submitted, I see you and I thank you. And now, let's take a look at the Dungeon Run shirts, shall we? Ha ha! Baby Ereban, upper left. How adorable is that? I mean, come on. The upper right, the Vardo, all aboard, let's ride. And the bottom, all rev up your motorcycle engines, the Flop Gang is here. Party time. This one's double-sided. And of course, the classics, the Dungeon Run logo, upper left, Meep Lives, middle, up. My personal favorite, of course, which should be yours as well, Lord Ereban's Dungeon Run. Look at that handsome devil. Bottom left, let the dice roll, come on, baby. And lower right, last but not least, respect to the candles and the Candle Queen. Oh, wait, I totally forgot. Also, stay hydrated with a Baby Ereban mug. Come on, man. Buy the shirt with Baby Ereban and the mug, walk outside, and you'll have every friend you've ever needed. Trust me. I haven't done it yet, but I imagine that's what would happen. So head over to thedungeonrun.fandom.com to purchase your Dungeon Run merch. Now, let's meet our brave souls, the cast of characters. Please welcome Katie Michaels as Lily Dumblestock.
It's time to run!
Ah, it's amazing. Ronald Ogden as Urgo.
He's gonna get it! He's gonna get it! I'm gonna kill Gorgologo! Whatever his name is.
Yes, love the shirt. Morgan Peter Brown as James Quillos.
I did not agree to the singing.
I love it. Jessica Lynn Parsons as Fahima Tiger.
Everybody has to sing in their intro. And Jared, I know you don't want to, but you better. Or something's gonna happen. I sit right next to you.
Yes, baby.
I love hair.
You are incredible, everyone. Incredible.
Ollie.
Congratulations. And I'll try to add here. And Jared K. Jack as Sifretiso. Sorry. Did I just ruin the show?
Yeah.
Damn it. And of course, our dungeon master, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Jeff Kanata!
Hairband, how many times do I have to tell you you've lost complete control?
I never had control. Jeff, listen, just love me and everything will be all right. All right. As our journey continues, I, Lord Ereban, will be joining you in your social conversations around the game, so keep an eye out for my avatar and comments. And before we begin, I have a favor to ask of you. It would give me great pleasure if you would share the show. Just click below and let all of your admirers know that you are watching The Dungeon Run. Now, keep the comments coming, be ever vigilant, and let the dice roll!
Wow! There is
Well done, Ereban. Well
quite the energy in the air tonight.
I warned the chat room.
My goodness.
I do too.
Welcome, watchers. Welcome, first-time watchers. I think we actually have somebody watching from Alaska tonight. For the first time, pretty amazing. I'm excited to catch you.
Not like southern Alaska, like deep Alaska.
Yeah, like real
Like can
Alaska.
see Russia, Alaska.
Let's catch
Looks like John Carpenter's The Thing, Alaska. I'm sorry, continue.
All right, let's catch everybody up and get into the game, shall we?
Yeah.
It started as a simple dungeon run. They couldn't possibly have known then that setting foot inside that dungeon for the first time for some quick loot would lead them where they are today. A dwarvish army behind them, an orcish army ahead of them, and a desperate mission before them. But the loot from that dungeon changed everything. The Secret Keeper's Amulet, a relic of staggering power, which allows you, the watchers of the time stream, to tear through the veil of realities and exert your will on this one. to create chaos in the form of forces of good and evil. It also sent these 5 adventurers on an epic quest to find and rescue the ancient protectors of the realms, the 5 wardens, each infused with the power of a different element, each standing over 100 feet tall. Somehow, they've been captured and held in the world's most dangerous locations. A spiraling tower floating in the sky, a suffocating trench in the deepest part of the ocean, and now, a volcano. And the only way into this volcano, the mountain known as Sky Scorcher Peak, is through the dwarven city of Daltothum, a stronghold built directly into the Nelrim mountain range, which also currently happens to be under attack by the accumulating armies of the Orcs. Orcs and dwarves have long been at odds over the resources found in the mountains that bisect their homelands, but hostilities have increased considerably in recent weeks, and now teeter on the brink of full-blown war. The Orcs have gotten their hands on new, more powerful artillery, massive cannons whose unprecedented destructive power threatens to bring down the dwarvish stronghold that has thrived inside the mountain for thousands of years. Our team saw one of these cannons weeks ago after rescuing their first warden from his prison in the sky. A battalion of Orcs seemed to be transporting it through the woods near where the warden crashed to the ground. Uggo challenged their leader, Grolago, to single combat for control of their squad, and was beating him decisively when the amulet exploded and electrical energy transported the team into the warden's memory. When they reemerged, the Orcs were gone. Now the team sees Grolago and his battalion again, as they have been tasked with stopping the cannon as a way to gain favor with Ruzer Forbrand, the king of Cragborn clan and the ruler of Daltothum. When the heroes arrived at the dwarven city with the help of 2 young dwarves that they saved from drowning in the rushing rapids of the Golden River, they knew only that they were to meet Dondo Carigana, a paladin who they were told could help them. But the mighty bronze gates of Daltothum were heavily guarded under the command of Nort Gaboon, a fearsome warrior adorned in the bones of fallen Orcish combatants. A clever ruse and extraordinary persuasion from Lily convinced Gaboon to bring them into the city and to the home of Dondo Carigana. When his door opened, they found a seasoned paladin of the Candle Queen, a devout follower of the truth. Carigana pressed his silver sword into the ground and asked the team to step into his zone of truth to answer his questions. But immediately, Civ resisted. Uggo found inspiration in the paladin's devotion to his oath, but the team struggled when asked if they trusted one another. Civ tried to avoid meeting the king, even asking James to lie to the team for him, and distrust threatened to derail their efforts. And perhaps it was the subtle influence of the Candle Queen. Perhaps it was their growing affection for one another. Or perhaps it was the extreme flavor of Dondo's mountain stew. Whatever the case, the truth did prevail, as Civ came clean about his identity and his past, galvanizing the team and their trust in one another. They shopped, prepared, and set out to satisfy the king's stipulation, to stop the attack of the Orcs. So, now they crouch, huddled on the battlefield, a small strike team on a purported suicide mission, staring into the camp of the Orcish battalion. And all they have is each other. But maybe, just maybe, that's all they need.
That was nice.
But it's not accurate, because
It is not all you need.
that's not all that they have. They also have you, the Watchers of the Time Stream, and your forces of good and evil, which I need to hand out now, because we've got a whole bunch of love coming from Red Robin, Gia Fang, Persephone.
Persephone.
Hey,
I like
Nope,
it.
Most
nope.
names are
We're
so
going with
awkward to have a
Persephone.
regular
Persephone.
Yeah. Zeus Almighty, Northern Baker. Northern Baker is our Alaskan friend, and more. Thank you for those balloons. We appreciate them. I want to give out some forces of good. We have 2 forces of good for Uggo.
Oh, lovely. Thank you.
Ooh.
You have one from Joker 38 and one from Ammo Sean.
Nice.
Thank you, Ammo Sean. Welcome back. Joker 38 and Ammo Sean.
One for Gene.
All right, I've got
You go, sir.
going out in a blaze of glory. Your friends are being overwhelmed. They just can't take the attacks coming at them. Time to step up and intervene. You shout, "It's me you want," and all enemies within 100 feet must make a DC 18 wisdom save or attempt to attack only you for the next round.
Oh, perfect for you to
card
get
for
that.
me, yeah.
Really?
Carla, Noble Crab Steed. As an action, you may summon Carla, Bingle's noble crab mascot, for 1 hour by using this card. In addition to her normal attributes, which is a giant crab in the PHP, you may also use Carla as a mount, increasing her speed to 60 feet while doing so.
Wow.
If any damage were to reduce Carla to 0 or fewer hit points, she instead is unsummoned and returns safely to Bingle.
Okay.
Oh, good.
That's a great card. I love that card. Especially since I had the crabs on my face.
That's right.
James, you have a force of good from Ammo Sean.
Oh, thank you.
And you have a force of evil from Grim-Fated?
Thank you,
That's right.
Grim-Fated. Okay, great. My force of good from Amoshan, Warden colors. Viewer submitted. Do you remember which primary color was not a Warden color? There was blue, there was red, there was...
There's only 3 primary colors.
Was it green?
It's not a primary color.
Not a primary color. Yellow and blue make green.
Right.
So
Only 3 primary.
yellow would be the one that...
Yellow was the one. Okay, but do you remember the color you chose for your Warden? Mine was blue.
Okay, I think it's for everybody you asked
Yes,
that, right?
for everybody. Do you remember the color you chose for your Warden?
Red.
Red, yep.
Purple?
White?
White.
Oh, gray, because I was stone.
So
I was purple. Wait,
Civ is correct,
purple?
was gray.
Yes.
Fahima was white.
Nice.
James was purple.
Oh!
She's blue for water.
Dang.
Lily was
I was
blue.
blue.
And Ugga was red.
Okay, so all of you that guessed correctly, you get an extra D4 of damage the next time you attack. Yes.
Oh, these recall ones are
I know. Force of evil, echoes of pasta forgotten. Viewer submitted. Something brushes against your neck. Was that noodles? You grab your face, suddenly overcome with fear that you might have grown a noodle beard that everyone's been too polite to mention. There's nothing there, but you find yourself constantly touching your face just to make sure. Auto fail your next charisma check.
Oh no.
Ouch.
One more card from Icon Z1 for you. It's a
thank you.
force of good.
Is this +1?
This is
right?
called, yes. This is called Force of Fahima. Viewer submitted. Fahima's pissed off, and someone's gonna pay for it. If Fahima gets this card, she gets advantage on one roll where her advantage has been countered. If not
Oh
Fahima,
no, I need that card.
you do. If not Fahima, the spirit of Fahima overcomes you, allowing you to ignore the fiery vengeance of your enemies. For 1d4 rounds, your eyes glow bright orange, and you gain fire resistance. That's great. I like
That's-
that.
Seems like a useful thing in the
Yeah.
times to come.
We're
yeah.
headed to a
Perhaps.
hot place.
All right, Fahima, you have a force of good from Mickey Wolf 19.
Thank you, Mickey Wolf. Mine is called Don't At Me. If you're tired of the haters, I am. Swing this handy blockchain in the air as a reaction to deflect one ranged attack directed at you, physical or magical, but not an area of effect, at another target you can see. On a DC 12 check, no modifiers, it hits your target, otherwise it lands elsewhere, hitting nothing. Thank you, Mickey Wolf.
Great.
All right, and Civ, you have 2, I believe, right?
Just one.
Nope, that's wrong. You have 2. One from Ashjor and one from Icon Z1.
Ash drawer and icon Z1. Thank you. First one's Mountain Stew. A 12-ounce chilled can of Mountain Stew appears in your hand. Save this for a code red situation where you should down it in one gulp as a bonus action. When you do, gain double your movement speed for 1 turn. That's a lot for me.
Wow.
But take a -1 to your next attack roll as the stew leaves you feeling a bit jittery. Do the stew.
That's a
So
great
sorry,
card.
Jeff.
Yeah,
I'm so
why did
sorry.
No, you're not.
Next, from Icon, is Face of War. The time for nice is over. It's time for war. Take a page from the Orcish playbook and anoint your face with the blood of the first foe to fall at your feet. Gain +2 on your attack rolls for the rest of the battle.
Wow.
After coming within 5 feet of a dead enemy. Gain +2 in your attack rolls for the rest of the battle after coming within 5 feet of a dead enemy?
Yeah, so if you kill the enemy, or you can actually just walk up to it.
Oh, any dead enemy.
Yeah.
and I
Then
can-
you just put blood on the face.
Yep.
Nice.
Get attacked.
All right, so we have a roll for evil from Queso Gato. That's a 5.
Oh, good. I got something.
Hey, at least it wasn't.
Thanks, Queso Gato. I guess.
And I have a roll for good from Angel Devilson.
Oh, that's nice.
Which was a 1. So go ahead and read your Force of Evil.
At the start of the next combat, roll 2d6. Every party member will take that damage.
Oh, I have this
After
card.
rolling, you may decide to discard this Force of Evil and not take the damage in exchange for 2 new Force of Evil cards.
I have
I think
this
that's
card
a,
already.
a duplicate. It's a duplicate. Here,
You
we'll
do
swap it out.
one, because I have the same one that will
Somehow
go
that got
out.
printed twice. Somehow that got printed
So that will
twice.
still happen, but due to
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so Gato!
Oh, it's like we're in a time warp.
Where
Again?
am I?
Yeah.
Okay, as long as it's not me. The next time you're hit, you're desperate to not be hit. Enough so to take cover behind a friend, even though that means they take that shot hard.
Ooh.
Roll a d4 to choose a player to take 2 times the damage you could have taken. No savings throw or mitigation from them as they never saw it coming.
Man.
Oh.
Sorry, whoever this is.
Oh,
All right.
Blade Queso Gato.
oh boy.
Do you roll right now or whenever you get hit?
Just wait.
I think it's
Yeah,
Let's wait.
when I get hit.
let's wait on this.
So mine from, that's funny, it actually has angels in the name. From Angel Devilson as a do not read aloud card.
Okay.
Oh, I hate those.
I got a whole
ones.
bunch as well.
what?
Boy.
A whole bunch. And Twinsen is destroying me. I got 4 Forces of Evil from Twinsen. And a
my
Force of Evil
goodness.
from Dyson Capes, and a Force of Good from Grim Faded.
Oh my god!
I hesitate to even start this action because it's going to be so much craziness
I
at the
believe in
beginning
you.
of our fight.
Yeah, because I've got 2 that go off. Really
Yeah, and these are the DM ones are just bonkers anyway.
Just like the DM.
Yeah. So I'm gonna step
Been a good
through
thing.
these as we get into fights
Okay.
because it's too much. Okay. So thank you though for the support. We appreciate
Yes,
it.
you're
Except
Yes.
for you, Twinsen, whom I will never
No,
forgive.
no, we
Okay.
we appreciate you.
All right, so we have set the scene. We are on the battlefield. There is our orcs and dwarves fighting within earshot. We can hear the clanking sounds of armor and swords clashing together. This is carrying through the mountains, through the trees, down behind us. We are in the midst of war, but we, a small strike team, this team here has snuck up to where the forward command of the Orcish army seems to have been set up. And what you can see from where you are is the back of the mountain and a camp that has been built into a nook, into an inlet in where the mountain naturally goes in, and there seems to be, it's shielded on 3 sides by the sheer rock of the mountain. And on the 4th side, there is a palisade built, spiked logs that have been carved into sharp spikes at the top, forming a very narrow entrance into what is clearly a defended camp. There are levels up behind it of plateaus that come right out of the mountain itself, and you can see orcish faces on top of them. You noticed Grolago. You recognize that orc from your experience with him weeks and weeks and weeks ago, walking through the palisade and entering. And something looked different about him, but you're far enough away and your glimpse was brief enough that you didn't quite process exactly what is different about him, but it certainly seemed to be the same orc that Uggo engaged low those many weeks ago.
So it is rock on 3 sides and wooden spikes on the 4th side.
Correct.
Any sign of a cannon?
Not at this location, but remember there were 2 locations that the
just right.
Dwarvish scouts had told you about. This is not the location.
Looking
that they-
like more of like anything decommissioned, like they have it backup.
Well, from where you're sitting, you can't quite even really see into the camp at this point. You definitely see the logs, the spiked palisade logs.
How tall are those?
Pretty tall. I mean, these are easily
20 feet?
Yeah.
And how wide across is the wooden wall?
It is a fair amount. I mean, I could pull out the map if we want to. If we're doing this, are we doing this?
I mean,
are we scouting? Or are we doing it?
I'm not rushing into
No,
fight.
I'm not either.
But I'm just
I mean, for the full distance. I would say probably 30 feet. It's the full width of this inlet. So if you're looking at the mountain, and then the mountain kind of divots in, and that's where they've nestled themselves on a defensible position under the mountain.
Other than Groligo, we can't see anyone else.
You definitely see movement and orcish faces, especially above the tier of the palisade. As the mountain kind of goes up and has plateaus, you see what look like lookouts there.
Is there a center of the? Are we able to tell like where the most amount of action in the camp is?
Well, everything is beyond that level of palisade.
Got it.
It's inside the fort, essentially.
Correct. They've built up.
But there's no roof on it.
There's no roof on it. No.
Okay, good. How far away are we right now?
I mean, wherever it is you guys
yards?
decided to stop.
If there's cover of trees or something like that, I'd like to get us back.
You guys are what you consider to be safely hidden. We did stealth rolls at the end of last episode.
Right. Yeah.
You are safely hidden at this point, but far enough away that you're not going to get a real good read on the activity inside that camp.
And we have about an hour and a half to 2 hours before the sun sets, right? Because you said we were going to get there around 3.
Yeah, 3, 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I don't see a cannon.
no, yeah. This was where we were told the leader was. So. Groligo, yes.
Yeah.
Listen, I mean, let's talk about this. I mean, here we are. We're being asked to assassinate the leader.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. We met Groligo briefly those weeks ago, but.
He will eat you.
Okay.
Oh.
Just saying. He wants to kill you.
I thought the idea was that we were going to come here, we were going to hide, we were going to scout out the area and see what we were up against.
Yes.
And then if we didn't like those odds, then we were going to go find the cannon and sabotage it.
That seems extremely well protected, as I sort of nod in that direction.
There doesn't seem to be anybody here that I can see or smell.
No, there's plenty of orcs.
Yes, up on top of the wooden palisade.
Yeah, you can see the faces, yes.
Got confused.
It's okay.
I can, if we're within a mile, which it feels like we are, I will, if you'll give me 10 minutes, and I will start casting clairvoyance.
Okay.
So I can place an invisible sensor within range in a location, a location familiar to me or an obvious location that is unfamiliar to me. So basically, I want to put it about, like, on the other side of the palisade, like directly over like a big, like if I see a fire, if I see an open space, I want to put it there and I want to get a look.
Well, you're not going to have a clear sense of, I mean, you're not going to have a clear sense of the topography inside the palisade, but you could easily judge, 50 feet in from the back.
Yeah.
You want to place it in the air? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to almost look down or look around.
Right. And clairvoyance gives you visual and audio?
Yes, but I have to switch in between. I can't do both at the same time.
Right.
Yes.
And it can be perceived by.
If someone has see invisibility or true sight, they can see it, and it just looks like a fist-like size light.
Great.
Like glowing light.
Okay.
But besides that, it's invisible.
Okay. And so.
And I can't move it, so I can't like just swing it around and move it about.
And so you're starting with vision.
Yeah.
You only have the materials for vision, is that right?
I do only have the material. I didn't buy the scrying horn for hearing.
Okay.
Actually. Yes, that
so
is
you
true.
pull out that glass eye that you purchased.
Yes.
At Oak Buckle's Oddities.
Rusagran,
Rusagran Oak Buckle, and it still has some of her saliva on it from when it was in her mouth. And you grasp it and you sit down and you start casting. It's going to take 10 minutes, but you start conjuring this sense of a distant location. You hold that image in your mind of what it might look like there. You envision the palisade in front of you, and you, in your mind's eye, peek over the top and focus on one spot just past the gate in the air, and you start focusing and meditating on that for 10 minutes.
Well, if we take out Groligo, what does that do for us?
Well, the idea is that if we kill him and then return, we can present that to the dwarves, and that should be enough to at least slow them down.
Right.
Also put orcs in disarray. Chaos.
They'll fight over who gets to be the new captain.
But if we just dismantled the cannon, it has the same effect, correct?
Yes, I would imagine so.
Lily, do you think it'd be possible for you to charm Groligo and maybe get more information about the Ashen Age? If he is working with her?
Maybe. I mean, I can definitely try,
At least before we kill him, if it comes to it.
a bit tricky sometimes
Well, after seeing
with
you...
hostile people.
Can cut off fingers and ask questions.
Oh, yes, that's a different type of charming.
I liked the grandma way, but that's certainly an alternative.
If that one doesn't work.
Right. And how big do we think this cannon is exactly?
We don't know, but huge.
You guys have seen it.
Yeah.
If you remember when you came to the downed Storm Warden, when he was strapped to the ground like
It was about half the size of the warden, wasn't it?
It is.
Are we hearing a like we were?
So yeah, it's still going. It's been going periodically all day
And
long.
it's still too far away to like really determine in what direction.
I mean, you are closer to it, and you get a sense from the debriefing that you got from Dondo and the orcs that you know where it is in relation to here, and it's in a different location, close enough that you could get there today.
Right.
But yeah, you are amidst a war. The sounds of war are happening. You're hearing screams and shouts as you sit there and look at this camp, and periodically, yes, that cocoon, that enormous sound that echoes across the battlefield, through the mountains, scaring birds, shaking
Are
trees.
there orcs coming and going in the palisades?
No, you saw a couple of orcs enter, but in the period of time, in the 10 minutes that James has been meditating, there really hasn't been activity coming and going.
Is there a gate, or is it just open?
It's sort of a, I don't know what you call that, but when it overlaps and you have to wind your way into it, you know what I mean?
A maze?
It's like a fort.
But it's made
Yeah.
of wood, right?
Right.
Made of logs that are
Logs?
connected with spikes.
I'm pretty sure Fahima could handle it if we need to get in there.
Yes. Well, I could also just climb up and around to get in.
Do you think if we light that on fire and then go take care of the cannon, that will cause enough of a distraction?
Yes, I mean, it would certainly give them something to do. My only worry is that if we start something with them here now, they could come after us, and then we'll be getting attacked from behind while we're dealing with the cannon.
We also could kill Groligo. I got it right that time. And
Good job.
take his head to the cannon and tell them stop using cannon.
That's true. I don't know what our odds are once we're within this encampment. You know, we don't know how many people are in there.
No, just kill them all.
Oh, okay. I guess I didn't consider that.
It's war.
I think we're just waiting to see how many are inside, and I think James will be the one, hopefully, that can tell us that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we can go invisible or any number of things to get a
Yes.
proper head count.
As if on cue, James comes up out of his trance, and you have in your head a vision from above looking down on this camp. And what you see in your mind's eye, James, is a number of tents in sort of a semicircle around a campfire that is at present unlit. And there are, as I said, there's a ladder on the side, a plateau or two on each side that kind of cut into the side of the mountain, either naturally or you're not quite sure if it's been artificially cut into the side of the mountain. But on those plateaus, there are a couple of orcs that look to you like spellcasters. And the campsite itself is not teeming with orcs, but there are a fair number of them, easily half a dozen.
All right, I'm probably like, I feel like my eyes have probably gone like smoky and dark.
Yeah.
And
Why don't you actually roll a perception roll for me?
okay, great.
You do have advantage from TK421,
Thank you.
but it was countered by Grim Fated.
well.
Shocking.
I think.
Yes, it was Grim Fated.
Hang on. I think I have something. Oh, nope, never mind.
Lily, roll a perception check as well.
Me?
Yeah.
Perception. 19.
What's that for me next?
Okay.
Shoot.
What is this about?
I think some fruitcake's happening.
Oh, the fruitcake is happening.
I rolled a nat 20.
Oh, no fruitcake for you.
I'm like,
I don't want that. And this is also on top of it, terrible time.
Hina, you know that fruitcake has pineapple in it. This should kill me. Oh.
Amazing.
No.
Amazing.
I'm sorry, I didn't think about it. All right, I'm ashamed. I'll put it back.
You honestly look more bummed than ashamed.
It's quite healthy. Yeah. Anyway, James.
So with your, you said 19?
Yes.
Your 19 perception, you also pick out, as the orcs they seem to be talking in, well, you don't know, you don't hear any audio, but they seem to be gesticulating and talking to one another, pointing, and
I'm kind of calling things out to them. I see two orcish mages, spellcasters maybe.
The orc that you can immediately recognize as being Grologo has on his body, with your 18 roll, it is very clear to you, something has been done to his body.
Right.
There is black metal, like plate mail,
Shut up.
that has been grafted onto his skin. It looks like it has been seared directly onto the surface of his flesh. Sections of it, like plate mail, all the way up his arms and legs, even into his neck, sections on his neck, coming around up to his face. He wears a helmet over the top of it, but you can even see from your elevated position the back of his neck, like thin plates of black steel that allow him movement, but it looks like it was an extraordinarily painful process by which it was grafted onto his actual skin.
It almost looks like he's... This looks kind of oddly familiar.
Yeah.
Do I see any gnomish gentlemen around?
No, all that you have spotted are orcs, and orcs of various shapes and sizes, orcs with weapons, orcs that seem to be wearing robes, and that you would clock as being magic users, but no other races.
And what's a total head count that I'm getting about?
About a half a dozen.
All right, not that many, but Grolago has had some work done, so to speak.
Work?
He looks like a much improved version of himself, like someone has been doing some mechanical experimentation on him, which is making me think of a certain small gnome with a certain penchant for that.
I owe him one.
You do, you said that.
Yeah, well, I owe the gnome. He almost kill you.
I know.
I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong. I might be making a rash assumption. I don't know.
What that means is, and I hate to say this, but I don't think assassination is going to work because he's going to sleep like that.
How many orcs?
Half a dozen. Some spellcasters, some fighters.
We will have to kill all of them. So we won't be able to go in and just slit his throat.
No.
Not too many, though.
Right, but there's two. You said they were sorcerers or wizards?
Am I able to tell, like, I mean, what's
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a couple of spellcasters that are perched on the lookout points, and 4-ish orcs milling around with weapons, tending to things, deferring to Grolago.
Am I able to tell what type of magic those? Do I see
Do they
them
have books
using
or
it?
something?
You rolled an 18. I'll give you this. The thing that you, James Quillis, who has grown up around the study of magic, notice almost immediately is they don't seem completely in control of the magics that they wield. They seem a little wild.
So,
Fascinating.
Wild magic.
We have spellcasters.
Potted plants in our
We
future.
have them.
We do.
Or flumps.
It's true.
We do.
I think the only way we would be able to do this. Are there charges, explosives, anything like cannon,
Not that I see.
powder, or nothing?
No, there's nothing really outside the tents. There are a number of tents, and any of them could contain who knows what. people or things, you don't know, but
Cannon pots? Anything that looks like...
No, it's all still out in the air, yeah? No.
no caves, no caves.
Really wish Roosegrit had that heat metal scroll.
No.
That would have been very useful.
What time?
Very useful.
Too bad.
They stopped fighting at night, yes?
Well,
With the cannon?
these orcs have been, yes,
So
stopping, yes.
presumably more will be coming back to
Right.
the camp.
That's what I
soon.
was going to say. I think
So we
that
should make a decision somewhat.
if we're going to
swiftly.
attack here, it might be better to do it now than to wait.
Unfortunately, I feel like we're left with little option. I think
Well, there
Dis-
is one option, which is to go to the cannon and forego this whole fight.
But are we sure that that's going to really stop them without cutting off the head?
I mean,
They
depends
put a
on
lot
how
of
much-
time and effort into him if he's been modified.
that's true.
they have.
There's a reason for that.
What do you mean?
I don't know. They don't just give random people things that require a lot of time and effort.
Listen, I think a cannon is literally a much bigger target. We don't have to, like, you know, many things could happen. Like, he could get away. He could, someone else could pick up his mantle. Where if we get rid of the cannon, that seems like a clearer binary choice.
All right.
I know.
could
Maybe
rebuild cannon.
I'm trying to avoid the unavoidable, but
They're going to rebuild cannon.
Well, we'll have to make sure that the cannon is not rebuildable.
If only there was some way of bringing the cannon to the orc camp,
They-
turning it against them, like we said earlier.
If they have gnome, they will rebuild cannon.
Can we tell by the sounds how far away the cannon is? So we
It's
can
certainly
at
much
least
closer
gauge-
than it has been. You
Right.
moved in the general direction of where it has been. And what it sounds like is as the mountain rises before you, and it is a incredibly large mountain, that it moves down and around, and it seems to be coming along the crest of the mountain to your, whatever direction that is, I guess, west. So, it is, it is ringing out, and the battle, the orcs and dwarves fight, and you hear the cocoon and sounds of rock blasting and falling and crumbling as it carries, over your head, ordnance crashing into the side of the mountain, exploding. You are having this rather understated conversation in
the
a
middle of a
war
war
zone.
zone.
Right.
I want to reiterate
Yeah.
that. You hear, the sounds of battle. You're crouched down. You're watching all of this, but it is, it is far enough away that it's going to take some doing to get to the cannon, but it is close enough that you hear it very loudly, and you could get there in a matter of an hour.
So we can
most.
get there before nightfall.
You could get there before nightfall. Yeah.
let's move.
I agree.
So we're going for the cannon first?
I
I do
think
not think it's smart, but I will go with group goes.
I think that's a better idea.
I think it's a better start. I think again we need more information. Who knows what's happened to him? What they've been doing to him? But I think the
Well,
cannon
we'd
will
have
tell
to
us
kill
more.
those two wizards first.
Right.
We can't just go in there and try to kill him and have wizards launching spells down at us while we're doing it.
And I could come at them from an unexpected angle. I could meld into stone into that mountain and walk out of the wall. But oh wait, no, I have to come out in the same place.
Yeah.
Place that you enter.
I imagine that
You can
cannon-
misty step and then go into the wall.
True, I can do that.
I imagine the cannon is also going to have people protecting it.
Right.
I just
Yes.
want to
but-
say that out loud.
Yes, of course. But I think,
If they are smart, hodgepodge.
well, thinking about what he looks like right now, they are obviously, it's becoming even more obvious that they have a partner in this, and we don't know who that is. And maybe the cannon, if we get a closer look at it and closer look at the technology that we're dealing with, we'll also have an idea about what might be going on with him as
All
well.
right. Well, I think we should make a decision and move. And I'll go, maybe perhaps if we get to the cannon and that's not sufficient enough, we'll come back.
I am outruled. My opinion is not changed.
Okay.
I will go where you think best, but I think folly.
Okay.
So we're moving?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, before we do that, the candles are lit. So I want to do that.
Candles.
That is a 6, which is a reroll. There's a 4.
I'll go.
Outruled, but you got
But
him.
good. So
There you go.
We have a whole bunch of other cards.
from
The
the
candle.
Candle Queen. You feel me now? Feel my pain. You may take as much self-inflicted damage as you choose
Oh, no.
of any type of damage.
Oh no.
You can do up to your maximum hit points. Any one enemy within 60 feet takes the same amount. No saves or mitigation from any source for either you or the enemy.
There's only damage you could make.
Right.
Yep.
Up to your hit points?
Up to your max.
Up to my maximum hit points.
Oh man.
Stop using cards like this.
I didn't want him to get that.
This one says specific. It didn't say this before. This one says specifically no saves or
No.
mitigation from any
No
source of either
Hamlets.
you or the enemy.
No Hamlets.
Which makes it a little bit.
Right.
Here's James, please. Lily, you have several to read, right? 4 of
Yeah,
them?
yes.
One from
Ooh.
Bags of Flutes. One from Lily Dumblestuck Fan. One from Brr Ice. And one from Youngblood.
Okay.
Is it for you?
All right. Bags of Flutes, the spinning card of death. You hold in your hand the spinning card of death. It might seem like a normal force of good card, but to game scale, it's 20 by 30 feet. It's a 20 by 30 feet spinning murder blade. As an action during an encounter, stand anywhere around the table, but don't lean in. Throw this card at the minis. All minis you hit take 3d10 slash or half a DC 15 dex save.
Including us.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh no.
Yikes.
Now, if only it was
Scary.
made of like plastic or
Make sh-
something.
Make sure they're
Spin
grouped
that thing
somewhere
off
else.
I know.
All right.
This one is Politeness Counts from Lily Dumblestuck Fan. You're trying to up your game. Go for that polished look. Be very verbally polite as you attack your opponents this round, and add an extra d6 of psychic damage if you hit them.
That was the one you were supposed to get.
Right.
There it is.
She's already doing that.
Sorry about that. Okay, it's all good. Yes, you took a mighty whack, but really it wasn't that bad. It's all good. Use this card as a reaction to take half damage from any one successful attack spell or physical.
Nice.
So, combo from Youngblood. I don't know what specific is it, but,
Combo.
Thank you. Play this card at the start of any player's turn. The first Force of Good card played this turn, aside from this one, earns you 10 gold. The second one, 20, then 30, then 40, and so on.
Wow.
For example, if 5 cards are played in the turn, you'll get a total of 150 gold.
Okay.
That's a good
Cool.
card to have for this kind of
yeah,
fight. No
just,
joke.
that's
you-
just for one turn, not for
Yeah.
one round.
One turn.
Interesting.
One turn. So when you play that card, we
It could be on-
we can try to stack.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Jeff, who are mine from?
Pytyrus Stormblade and Youngblood.
Thank you, Pytyrus and Youngblood. Okay. Tears of the Candle Queen, viewers submitted.
Aw.
You find a potion of golden liquid. Drinking it as a bonus action will cause one attack by the drinker to become radiant in damage type and is increased by half the number of currently lit candles rounded
Oh.
down. Nice. The other one last very short contract, viewer submitted. Upon activation as a bonus action in an encounter, a few free company pikemen defend you. For one round, no opponent can come within 20 feet of the card holder. If deployed when enemies are already within 20 feet, it counts as a full action, but they are forced away from the card holder until they are 20 feet away. One round only. After all, it was a very short contract.
Guys, I think we should just attack the orcs now because we have so many cards they're gonna go off.
Yeah.
Let's just
Still gonna-
rush them.
We're probably still gonna fight something at the cannon.
Right.
It's not like the cannon's just gonna be
We take out the
self-up.
big stuff
Nah.
There's just one guy, one poor orc at the cannon.
Let's roll.
Who else? You have a card to read?
yes.
Yep. This is from Youngblood.
Youngblood, thank you so much. Mine is called Deadeye. Your perception is heightened. It's as if you can sense where the weak points are on the enemy. On your next ranged attack, deal an extra 1d8 of damage.
Nice.
All right, Civ, you have 4 cards: Elusive
Jeez.
Treat, Malcolm
cow.
S3X, Youngblood, and Saint Thief.
Wow.
Say those again.
Now we're getting blasted.
He's on
Elusive
fire.
excuse me, Elusive Treat,
Yeah,
Malcolm S3X.
got it.
Youngblood,
Got it.
Saint Thief.
Saint
You gave me
Thief.
5. Do you want one back?
Yes. Ew.
Why'd you tell him?
I don't know. I guess I'm being honest.
You're such an honest boy. You're so honest.
All right, I'm gonna go fast. First one, you're gonna like, Ron. Tag team. Pick a player for duration of combat, regardless of position. If either of you get an opportunity attack against an opponent, you both get it. If movement is needed, you're magically teleported to the enemy without invoking an opportunity attack against you, and then teleported back to your original location.
Wow.
You must high five? Oh, you must high five each time you tag the other player in.
Okay.
So that's
In
definitely
real
gonna be
life.
you
yeah,
and me.
figured, yeah.
In real life.
I'm Sentinel, and yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
A stitch in time saves 9. You receive a magical needle with thread. Spend your reaction in combat to use 1 to put 1 suture in your arm and take 1 point of damage. Prevents 9 points of future physical damage, will not cure existing wounds, lasts until fight ends.
Wow.
Okay.
No pain or no gain. The next time you take damage, roll a d4. 1, take full damage. Sorry, 1, take half damage. 2, take full damage and get that amount in gold. 3, take full damage and double the amount in gold.
Whoa.
4, take double damage and 4 times the amount in gold.
Wow.
Wowie.
Oh. You get some damage and you get some damage. Next time you roll an awesome on your attack, instead of adding extra damage to your attack, you may apply the extra dice to all other enemies within 10 feet of the target.
Whoa.
You don't want their friends to feel left out.
All right,
Dang.
we're good?
Yep.
Wow.
One more that needs to be rolled from Flock. That's a 3.
Oh, thank you.
Comes to James.
Thank you, Flock. The innocence of youth. Viewer submitted. Your eyes glint with youthful innocence that Fahima always exudes. In combat, a beast or monstrosity you make eye contact with is suddenly enthralled by your gaze. Using your action to attempt a DC 15
I want this
persuasion
card.
roll. Nope. Success turns the creature friendly to you and your companions, allowing you to command it to move and attack 1 time on your turn. It returns to its senses on its own next turn. All right, cool.
All right, so you guys are moving to this new location. I need everybody to roll stealth checks.
Okay.
Ooh.
Civ, you have advantage from the Carson. Fahima, you have advantage from Scully as my homegirl, but it was countered by
course it
Queso
was.
Gato.
Queso Gato.
James, you have advantage from the Carson, but it was countered by Queso Gato. Ugo, you have advantage from Falstar. And Lily, you have advantage from Hazamus, but it was countered by Grimfated.
I'm going to use
dang
my
it.
force of good. A little instruction, please, from Robin Up. You're not really sure how to do this. It isn't your thing, but you know who's actually good at it. Maybe they'll help just this once. Have another character, Civ, make 1 skill or ability check for me using their roll and modifiers, no card help.
All right,
So just roll,
I have some more
roll
wine,
1
please?
dice.
Just roll another stealth check.
but add your mod.
I need some more wine. My brand new dice, my gemstone dice are rolling
So
very
you got
poorly.
19, James.
Nice. 19 for me.
I got a nat 20 on my stuff.
All right.
Wow.
You are a shadow. Also, I should mention, I think I have 17 cards for me.
Whoa.
Which is very generous and wonderful of you guys, but it will break our game. So I'm going to read them out periodically as we go.
Right.
But it's very, very generous of you.
Amazing.
That's amazing.
Amazing.
Okay, so your stealth roll.
8.
Oh boy.
19.
16.
11.
Okay.
Okay.
But I'm going to use just in case, which not going to change it, but you're infused with the strength of mythical cheese cat. The next time your advantage is countered by disadvantage, which it was, gain 5 temporary hit points. So.
Okay. Note that down. You're not doing anything to your 8?
I don't have anything to do.
I find that hard to believe, but okay.
My skills category in my little organizer is empty.
Oh my goodness.
I
what
have
do
an
we do?
evil. I have an evil that'll negate something.
All right, so you guys are moving through the
We're just
woods,
having a real good chat.
such as they are. It is not a heavily wooded area, but there are trees here and there, bushes. You will find Civ. You are out ahead and just moving completely silently, but you keep hearing crackling and crunching behind you from the general vicinity of Fahima and Lily.
Can I put more distance between us then?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So you are quite a ways out ahead, and you will come moving toward that loud cocoon sound, this enormous blast coming from what can only be this giant cannon. And you guys make your way loudly. Thankfully, you were far enough away from that camp that you didn't cause.
Oh, he's being nice to us.
didn't cause any notice, or at least you didn't notice any notice. And you finally arrive far enough away now, but again, the mountain is bending and has an uneven surface, and you find another sort of divot area where this massive cannon is placed. What you've come to is sort of a makeshift road with trees and brush and a few different levels here and there, not high jagged levels like you saw at the camp, but there's topography. There's, this is not a well-worn area. This is not an area that has been carved as a road by the dwarves, but it is being used clearly as one by the orcs. And you see footprints everywhere, Civ, from what looks like large troop movements in through here. You see deep gouges where large wheels have been moved, and there out in front is that cannon. It is gigantic, it is metal, it is dark metal. You remember it, it looks like the cannon that you saw, lo those many weeks ago, when you were approaching those orcs in the forest near the downed Storm Warden. And it is being loaded and guarded by two enormous creatures that look to you like ogres. Large creatures, armed. They're picking up huge artillery, placing it into the cannon every couple of minutes. Cocoon! Launching it off. And there are various orcs milling around there as well, all armored, all ready for battle. This is another area where you are staying very far away, and the rest of the team, as you've scoped this out, slowly makes their way to you. Fahima kind of making a little more noise than you're comfortable with, but you guys are far enough away still, trying to stay low, stay to the tree line, stay to the brush. It's difficult to get a very good view at this distance of what's going on, but the size and scale of what you're looking at is unmistakable. You're looking at a massive cannon and two very, very large ogres guarding it with various orc soldiers around.
3 questions.
Yep.
Does the cannon look different from the first time we saw it? Does it look like it's been modified? Or does it look pretty much the same?
Pretty much the same.
Okay. Second question, are there a large amount of ordnances laying around? In other words, do I see them putting powder or whatever they're using to fuel the cannon in before the ogres lift the, what is it, like a giant ball or something?
Yeah, it looks like stone rock that maybe even has been knocked off of things nearby. They may be using improvised, but there is some process by which they're doing this, some activity. It's hard to make out the exact nature of it from this distance.
So I don't see like crates or like...
No.
Okay. When it, 4 questions. When it,
sorry, you said 3, and I budgeted accordingly.
When it explodes, when it fires off, is there fire coming out of the cannon? Is there smoke rising up out of it?
Yes, all the above.
Are there other structures around the cannon besides a few orcs and the 2 ogres?
No, it is set sort of beside the mountain, but it seems to be aimed and pointed directly to where it can launch toward the gates of Dalton.
Is there someone it looks like they're giving orders?
Let's roll a perception check. You have advantage from Board Game Corner.
Board Game Corner.
I like to roll for that as well.
Do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll let you go.
So Civ, you have advantage from TK421. Lily, you have advantage from Fallstar that is countered by Grim Fated.
Cool. I got a 23.
Nice.
Dang.
Even with it countered.
Dang.
I got a 21.
I only got a dirty 20. I thought I did
Wow,
well.
everybody, wow.
There
Very perceptive.
seems to be shouting and I'll go, you in particular would recognize this as not being deference to any one particular leader, but in a sort of general orcish intensity and passion for war that is among all of them. I mean, there is certainly shouting and gesticulating, but it is not, it doesn't seem to be...
The Horde.
Right, it doesn't seem to be one particular leader, but there's also a, amongst the fury and the passion, I suppose.
Rage?
Rage is a better word, is a structure. There seems to be a process that they've locked into of how this is all working. Loading, shooting, they've been doing this for days.
Gotcha.
Last question.
Yeah.
Although I'm not promising it.
Don't even say that. Don't even say that. Just say another question.
These are important. The cannon, what surface is it on? How near to the edge is it? Does it look like that area is solid and sturdy or could be damaged? Did they build up any kind of wood platform to set it on?
What is your perception roll?
Dirty 20.
Also, that was 4 questions in 1 question.
Yeah, I know. I think they're all hyphenated. The cannon itself is seated on solid ground, and it is not on a precipice. It is not near an edge of the mountain. It is actually pressed up against the back of the mountain. Again, a defensible position against the back, the surface of the mountain face. And I mean, there's literally a road that passes 20, 30 feet from it. So this is a pretty wide open space that has been set up as being the place where the cannon. It looks like they found this because it gives them a direct shot where they want to go, and it is a defensible position.
So you said 2 ogres. How many orcs?
There's a number of them, probably at least 5 or 6 here as well.
Oh.
Okay. So
Any that
on
look like
wheels?
spellcasters?
Cannons on wheels. No, you don't note any spellcasters at this location.
well,
What time is it?
He said we were going to have about an hour to 30 minutes.
Yeah,
So it's
so you're like
probably
4,
close
4:30.
to 5.
Yeah.
So they're probably starting to wind down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say there's probably at least an hour more of sunlight.
Do we want to wait until it's dark?
I could use a short rest. I'm a little tapped on spells at the moment.
What's the plan exactly for destroying the cannon?
Right. That's I think because I mean we can cause a distraction. I like this a little better because
I
mean,
have an idea.
What
Okay.
is it?
James needs to make me fly, though.
Okay.
Is that actually your plan, or do you just really want to fly?
Can it be both?
I mean, sure, but I was just
Both.
making sure.
Okay,
Okay.
you want
that's
to
fine.
fly, and then what?
You've been very eager about flying.
I just have to fly.
What? But then what's the plan?
I will fall down and hurt it.
Okay. So this feels like it's mainly just that you want to fly.
No, I can hurt it.
I think he's
What?
going to use the amulet.
I think he's got some amulet in
I
mind.
don't think he just wants to fly and then fall on top of things.
Additionally, I have a reduce spell, so I can make it a bit smaller.
Make the cannon smaller.
Cannon smaller, so you might do more damage to it,
Oh.
right?
Okay, that makes sense.
Might have a lower threshold.
Yeah, I always want cannons to be bigger, so.
Right, we'll wrap our
In this case,
brains
yeah.
around
Since
that.
we're trying to destroy it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But Lily and I think, could probably do a number of distractions, or
Yes, I'm great at distractions. That's my
Ogres.
strength.
yes, yeah,
Very
to
cool.
get them away from it.
Periodically.
Very dumb.
I've got a couple spells that I think could mess
What
them
are
up a bit.
ogres afraid of?
Mice.
Ice?
Really?
Yeah? It's a try.
Insight check.
No idea. Dying?
Well, perhaps we should wait till the sun sets and see if they all go home, and then plan our attack based on that. Because
Yes.
ideally, there'd be less people.
Yes, right now I only have the 3rd level spell slot the Pearl of Power would give me, so
There
yes.
will probably also be some sort of sentry that will be left. We will have one
Right.
casualty.
I like the idea of you using fire, though.
I also like the idea of me using fire.
I mean...
Is the cannon on a wooden base?
It is. It is on wheels and on a base that is made of.
Care to say more?
Yes.
I like this conversation.
What I meant was that I like the idea of you setting fire to their camp because there's probably things that are explosive. They'll probably burn.
I mean, the orc camp.
Yes.
So after we destroy the cannon, go back and.
Or as
Jeff.
a party.
Yeah.
21, is there barrels of gunpowder? Does there appear to be gunpowder anywhere?
Is there
There
ammo?
seems to be materials near the cannon, but you don't know specifically what it is.
Did you ask if there was ammo? Sorry.
I did ask if there was anything, but he told me that there's some stuff that could possibly be.
The ordnance seems to be mostly derived from breaking rock off the side of the mountain,
But something's actually.
Propelling it.
propelling it for sure.
Okay. So unless they're using magic to fire the cannon, which is possible, there should be something that could blow up when you light fire to it.
I mean, this looks like the cannon that we saw them traveling with before, so I mean, I doubt it's a magical cannon. I could be wrong.
Is there anyone waving their hands over the top of the cannon?
That is
or
not what you perceive.
Are there runes on the cannon?
I don't think you would be able to see from this distance, but there's certainly nothing glowing or obviously arcane.
So at the end of the night, some of them presumably will leave and go back to camp.
They will
Maybe.
probably guard it.
Yeah.
But there will definitely be some guards.
Yeah,
They're probably going to sleep near the cannon, too.
keep watch like we do.
Right.
Do we want to destroy the cannon?
Oh, yes.
If we can, yes.
If we can, then.
If we can, and
Okay.
yes.
Even in war, you can find moments of levity. Okay.
Well done.
So then what we do is, I'll teach you the word later.
Thank you.
Yes. We will wait till night falls and then ideally cause a distraction and explode the cannon.
Or just murder
And you
guards.
will fly and drop on them.
Okay.
Sure.
Does that sound good?
Yes.
Fine.
I just feel like sometimes we're not all on the same page with what our plan is, so
No,
it's good
that's-
to just lay it out ahead of time.
Well said. Thank you.
Yes.
If you wanted, I could also conjure my elemental friends to be the distraction if you didn't want to put yourself into mortal peril.
Good idea.
Could you conjure them and I could take them up in sky and throw them down from above?
Well, they can fly, some of them. So, I think
They are
possibly.
on fire. It might hurt you.
I mean, I'm not going to hold on to them for too long.
Well, if we're going to do any sort of fire attack, that should probably happen before you fling yourself into the middle of their camp.
That makes sense.
So if we're going to do that plan, I suggest, Fahima, you do your spell while he's up in the air, and then after she's done casting, you can drop down.
Okay.
I don't understand. I thought we weren't attacking the camp.
Well, we're
This
going to
camp.
have to. We're going to have to attack this camp after nightfall.
Oh, this camp.
With the
Yes.
cannon.
Right. Okay. There's two
This
camps.
encampment.
Yes.
Right.
This, and I just point.
Right.
Because the distraction, they'll come back and attack us.
Right.
Okay. I'm on the same page now.
So what are we doing?
We're waiting until nightfall.
Taking a
Okay.
short rest.
Yeah. And then Fahima is going to
I'm gonna cast
light him
minor
up.
elementals while he's in the air, just before he
Yes.
drops. It
Yes.
takes 1 minute, so I'll plan that accordingly.
At the end of my, if we have an hour or something, which we do, or
Yeah, so you are planning to stay in this location and attack it after nightfall?
Well, hold on. So the area that we're in right now, does that have a lot of cover to hide in case there's movement back and forth between the...
It has places that you could probably find.
Okay, then I want to... My job is going to be to keep us hidden. So I'm going to be trying to camouflage, stow us away, keep
But you're
everybody-
staying in this location and then you are going to attack this location.
As soon as nightfall.
Okay.
And they break from shooting.
I'm going to set up our scene a little bit better. So we are... Yeah.
lovely.
You can put that one over
Yeah.
in that corner for me. And we have...
That's not a cliff. That's a mountain face. I mean, it's a cliff, the bottom of a cliff. That's a sheer mountain face.
That's the mountain. Yes.
Wow.
This is where the
That's
camp...
the drop.
That's big.
That is going up.
Going up. Oh,
So
that's
the
what you're saying,
mountain
okay.
rises here.
Okay.
The edge of the mountain continues, and they're shooting that direction
Gotcha.
to Daltothum. And we have...
That's a cool cannon.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't you remember seeing it before?
No.
We did.
I have a terrible
Oh,
memory.
it was a long time ago. We did see it before.
Can't count on me to
Weeks and
remember
weeks and weeks ago.
anything.
Put him over here for me.
Those are the edges.
Oh, that boy looks
Yeah.
mad.
Yeah,
That boy looks mad.
they're big and nasty.
That boy looks mad too.
Those are the ogres.
Or girl.
Yeah.
Or lady. I
Could be a lady ogre.
don't know.
Let's not ask.
Lady ogre.
What is your preferred pronoun?
Let's just
Before I kill
skip
you,
all-
I want to know.
All right, so you guys are sort of,
Respectful.
back this way as
Right.
as you had come this direction. You're quite a ways back this way, and you had come this direction. The cannon shooting over your heads as you were at the orc camp somewhere, an hour this direction. As you had come around, the mountain rises up here, and you had come around the long length of this mountain as it rises up to its
What's
peak.
that terrain down there off the map?
This is more of the same, right? There are scattered trees. There are these little ridges and rises that are, dirt I don't know what you would even call them, but they're not large step ups. But this is.
It's like a trench, essentially, right?
It's not a full trench, but it's like you come up to an embankment is the word I'm looking for. It's an embankment. So those are dirt embankments that rise up slightly and give some difference to the altitude of. But they're not. It's not like a full story up or anything.
Right. It's like 5 feet. Okay.
Yes.
Is there enough cover from point A, where we're at, to point B, to where I could smuggle everybody across over to there?
You would do it with some stealth checks, but yes.
Do you all want to stay here and attack from this position, or do you mind if we go over and flank them against the wall?
I'll do whatever you tell me to do.
Yeah, I trust you.
Are you all right with that? I'll go.
Yes.
I want to get us closer.
Yes.
Great idea.
Okay.
The sixth guy. Hold on, sixth.
Dondo Carigna's not here.
You told us Dondo.
He didn't
Come on,
come.
action economy, let's go.
Yeah. Although he's peaceful, so I don't know how much. You could heal us, I guess.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna, you know what? I'll wait until dusk. So right as the sun's setting.
Yeah.
Is the sun setting on this side or on that side?
West
To west.
Why are
So
you
it's
making me do that?
Yeah, no kidding.
So, yeah. So
What's
I'll-
the speed of an unladen swallow?
No, that's perfect. So as the sun is setting over here, I'll use dusk to smuggle us across over to that foliage.
Okay. So
anyone
let's
else?
roll some stealth, everybody. This one, I'm not going to be so nice if we're.
I'm scared.
I am going to use the force of good card. This one matters. Quiet, please, from Robin up. Before you tell me whether I have advantage or disadvantage, I'm using this card. I focus with a laser intensity. I roll in the box with advantage. All other distractions fade away, and all disadvantages from any source or condition fade away and are disregarded.
I
Wow.
wish I had that card.
And
Yikes.
Since I have some time, Jeff, is
Does
it
anyone have
possible for me to scout the area out and give everyone advantage? Since I have a full hour to sneak them over there?
yeah, depends on your survival check. Let's do a survival check. You have advantage from TK421, but it was countered by Grim Faded.
No, that's not gonna do it. 9.
Yeah. So as much as you try to scout out the terrain to do that very thing,
Sure.
the imminent danger and threat of these are moving patrols, right? These are orcs tasked with protecting this.
Right.
As far this direction, a massive war battle is happening.
Right.
Between two very large armies. So these orcs are tasked with protecting this. Usually there might be large numbers of troops in this very area, but the battle, the theater of war, as Ruzer Forbrand told you, its explicit design was to try to pull
Draw
troops away
forces
from
away.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then we're just doing
I haven't
stealth.
rolled yet. All right.
Roll in the box.
Roll in the box. Ooh.
Oh, wow.
With advantage. Oh, that's out of the box. That's out of the box.
Really? You have a whole box to roll it.
And that was a nat 20. That landed on a 20.
Oh!
Uh-oh.
That's a 6.
6 with advantage.
Yikes, yikes,
now I don't feel so bad.
Looks like we're not waiting
Do I have
until
advantage
they
or
go.
not?
You
Yeah.
said you were going to be nice, right?
You guys,
We don't even need to roll.
roll initiative.
Yeah.
No, I can't do my conjure minor elementals.
Wait,
How long does it take to cast?
1
minute.
minute.
Oh,
Yeah.
can okay, you say nothing. When your party member fails their stealth check, you have an opportunity to roll a DC 15 intimidation check instead so the NPC sees nothing.
All right.
Okay,
Do it.
Do it.
Roll in the box.
Roll
in the box.
What's your
Roll in the box.
You're awesome at persuasion or intimidation.
Intimidation.
Come on.
Lily Dumblestuck, Intimidator. What was
What
it?
is that total?
Don't roll in the box anymore.
She have
tonight, guys.
For that card, it was just straight up.
Don't roll in the box anymore.
Oh.
Yikes.
9.
Yeah, that doesn't beat DC 15. It was a nice try, though. That's exactly what that card was for.
Thanks,
It's a
Twinsen.
9, yeah, I don't
All
have
right.
enough to
Okay.
So we're gonna be.
Wait, what about this
Volunteer.
probably useless card?
It does nothing right now.
What?
Does nothing. It's probably useless.
Jeff, I'm begging.
So,
Okay.
Civ, as you try to bring everyone through the woods,
26, by the way.
you
Yeah.
very close. I just want you to know
Yeah.
Very quiet.
Great.
Freaking
It's awesome.
mages.
No one knew you were there until your buddy, old
right.
librarian over here,
get ready.
decided to practice his dance moves on the way.
Sorry.
James, wrong time.
He falls, leans, hits some rocks and trees and movement. There's a bird that takes off.
I stubbed my toe.
We are in initiative. So. Let's all roll our initiative. Civ, you have advantage from TK421, but it's countered by Grim Fated.
Awesome.
Fahima, you have advantage from Half-Blood Phoenix Fire, but it was countered by Kaibuk.
Oh, Kaiba.
James, you have advantage from Scully is my homegirl, but it was countered by Queso Gato.
Thank you,
Ugo, you
Scully
have
and
advantage
Queso.
from Celtic Mutt, or Celtic Mutt, I guess it's Celtic, right?
Celtic.
Mutt. And Lily, you have advantage from the Brush of Tie that was countered by Grim
Just,
Fated.
go ahead.
I should have done this before, but now I'll do it now. Minor illusion of disadvantage. This card triggers the next time you make a skill check or attack roll with advantage. I was supposed to do it during our stealth the previous time, so I'll just do it for the initiative now.
Okay.
You imagine multiple ways to fail to what you're doing. You become momentarily frightened. Instead of rolling a d20, roll 4 d10s and add the 2 lowest values as your roll. You do not remain frightened after the roll. So.
Everyone has to take some damage at the top of this, so whenever that.
Well, I was just gonna say, just for the record, I wanted to wait for the short rest before I sneak them over there, because I would have done that.
We did.
before.
Yeah, we did a short rest.
Okay, thank God. Okay. Do we have our advantage or our initiative rolls?
Yeah.
Okay, Civ, what was yours?
Well, hold on. So I had, remember that nat 20 I got? I had a card that was supposed to turn that into a 15.
All right.
It was on a stealth check, but I just got another nat 20. So do you want me to use that?
That's up to you. I'm gonna leave it up to you.
Okay. So I'm just gonna, I mean, it's bad, so.
It's bad.
Bad is bad.
That's the important part.
So that 15 plus my 8 is a 23 for initiative.
All right, Fahima,
12.
James,
And
Lily,
14.
I'll go.
10.
All right, and we got.
my dex is a little
And
better.
everybody-
Your dex is +2 or?
Yeah, but I'm alert.
We take
Oh,
damage.
you're
Technically alert.
Yeah, everybody can thank Queso Gato for 8 damage.
8 damage.
Yep, start of the next combat.
What
And keep everybody.
Just says
You have to
damage.
pay 8 damage in gold right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Everybody has to pay
You
that?
lose 8 gold. If we run out of gold, I don't have any gold. I don't
is
have
it?
any gold, so I lose 9
Oh, okay.
points of damage.
Jeez.
Do you want
I
me to
can
pay
give
for
you
it?
some.
I'll take the 9.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, gosh. All right, here we go. Okay.
I have advantage on my initiative roll from from Grim Fated, but it was countered by Changebox.
Aha.
So that is going to be.
Okay.
All right, so we've got
We got this.
My hand's already sweaty.
1, 2. Oops, nope, sorry. 1.
So
So we just take a blanket 8 damage from that card?
Yes.
Wow.
No methods.
I'm assuming Ugo has the higher dex between James and Ugo.
I'm technically faster because of the
Yep.
barbarian, so yeah.
Not 80.
How much? It was 8 damage?
8 damage.
So I
had 5.
Queso Gato.
get 16 gold out of that.
Oh, hey, that's pretty good.
Interesting.
Lay yourself a nice
Okay, Civ,
green
you're
cone.
up first.
Yeah.
Have they? Do we get the sense that they've seen us?
They have definitely seen you. There is a, as you make a lot of noise, the orcs on patrol turn, and everyone is on high alert. We've got.
Did they technically get a surprise round? Or is it
Well, we
equal?
failed a stealth check.
They're not going to get a surprise round on you, but a fight broke out. You made noise. You were aware. You made
I
noise.
just have a thing that activates if it's a surprise round.
Gotcha.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. Well, this guy is in short
far?
bow range, I believe.
How far away are they?
They're quite a ways.
60-ish
He's
feet.
just within my short bow range for not taking a negative.
This guy?
No, this guy.
Okay.
Does he have cover?
Well, yeah. For this tree is going to be a problem for you, and you're lower than he is.
I can move.
You can move. Then move.
Okay.
Are you gonna have to get up here, or else he'll be in half cover?
So this is higher?
Yeah. This is higher. This goes up. This goes up. This goes up.
Oh, I see. I see.
See, it's this goes down.
Right.
Yeah.
This goes down.
I thought this was the trench.
No. This is a road,
I
such
see.
as it is. It's very It's not a full road. It's sort of like where troops and transport have carved out. You can imagine orc armies. I mean, there is an army here, and a number of them, just not at this location, but there were teams with shovels and axes clearing out stuff, making room for this enormous cannon to get through here, making room for troops to march. I mean, they are setting up for a major attack of the Orcs.
Okay.
Not just a clever title.
Titular line.
Okay. So
Your
then
thesis statement.
I'm assuming I just need to get up to this level to be able to shoot him without.
Yeah, and be able to have line of sight past this tree.
Okay.
So you want me to move you?
Yeah, I mean anywhere in here, and I can do it.
Hey,
right.
sorry.
I mean, this would be difficult terrain, but you have no problem with your movement
Yeah.
to get there.
This one doesn't necessarily say on my turn. It says the next time you start combat.
Yeah.
So, does what?
You may activate the card.
Okay.
An elephant falls from the sky and lands on one enemy of your choice. The target takes 2d4 bludgeoning damage, and if the target size is medium or smaller, they're also knocked prone.
Only on the dungeon run.
Yeah.
It's called the elephant of surprise.
Well, you managed to have the elephant of surprise.
Yeah,
that
it
from?
just says started combat.
Yep. So which one would you like to do that?
Let's do the one that's closest to Civ. So that one over there.
Who's that from?
That one. This was from Youngblood, in fact.
So roll your damage.
Nice.
2d4.
4? Yeah, not bad.
It's a smaller elephant,
Yeah.
and he's knocked prone.
Oh, also, 2 episodes ago, there was this card. Jeff needs solidarity. Jeff is tired of being the only one left out, so for the next entire combat, all players must roll with their left hand.
Right.
Oh,
DM
yeah.
catches you rolling with your right hand, you'll have to re-roll dice with disadvantage. So every roll.
Good to know.
left-handed.
Good to know.
Okay.
Left-handed
I
rolls.
remember this.
And maybe
Joke's
some
on you.
sympathy for the. Oh, you get 2
Joke's on you.
2 fours?
No, I got 1 4, but takes 5 damage.
Okay.
5 damage and falls prone.
And falls prone.
I'm also going to activate tag team with Uggo, because that just goes off.
High five.
Oh, that was a high-risk high five.
Was it?
Hold it off.
5.
Got it. Got it.
Hold it off.
The Force of Evil card of cups get spilled.
And he hasn't moved yet, right? So
Yeah, and also I should.
Left hand.
I have so many cards that are popping for me. It's a little bit much. So here's what also is going to happen.
Oh, great.
I'm going to do 2 things. This is a viewer-submitted DM Force of Evil from Twinsen. And there's a whole bunch more of them. This is what it sounds like when ducks cry. Enemy creatures controlled by the DM must make a DC 15 Wisdom save or else are polymorphed into a duck. Lasts 1 round or until it takes damage. If it's in duck form on its turn, Jeff must move the creature randomly while making panic duck noises. So I'm gonna make a bunch of wisdom saves right now.
Excellent Force of Evil.
Duck. Panic duck.
About to find out if these are
Oh,
wise ogres.
wait a minute.
All these cards.
Okay, go ahead. Do your thing.
Oh! Okay, so one of them, both of the ogres saved,
Oh, bummer.
and all but one of these guys saved. So I'm not gonna do this guy. I should have done it, but I won't do it to this guy. I'll do it to this guy.
Okay.
It
Is it
turns
duck?
into a duck.
You have a duck
I don't
mini?
have a duck mini.
Here, use a gummy bear.
No. Is there anything they're
Your
not good for?
favorite.
There's a white gummy bear.
Yeah, I'm gonna yell.
Yellow duck.
All right.
So
I
it's
have
one- No, go ahead.
I have a Force of Evil from Grim Fated. Ethereal Echo. Do not say aloud until it happens.
Oh,
the
Lord.
next time a spell or card effect is cast by the party meant to cause damage to anything in combat and succeeds, Uggos, the holder of this card rolls 1d6.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
So much chaos.
6?
If a 1 or 2, the damage is prevented. 3 or 4, the damage hits, but also equally damages the caster. If 5 or 6, the damage hits, but equally damages the whole party. So we all take 5 more points of damage.
No!
Which means everybody lose 5 gold. I'll take an additional point of damage for the 5 gold.
Oh my god, guys.
All right, one more. I'm gonna do one more
Lord.
Force of
Oh my
Evil.
God, guys.
Because this one's kind of weird. This is called Nuxu Cow, White Warrior. This is a viewer-submitted DM Force of Evil. A pedestal with hand wraps, a bowl of resin, and a bowl of broken glass appear. Anyone who chooses can use 1 action to wrap their hands, dip them in resin, and coat them with glass.
Oh, I know
Like
that movie.
Kickboxer.
Yeah.
Upon doing so, it adds 2d6 piercing to any unarmed melee attack, and the effect lasts until an action is taken to remove the gloves, but the creature's hands are restricted and unusable while in the wraps. So, this is a DM Force of Evil, so I'm gonna say this appears near all of you. Should you choose, any one of you can become an unarmed combatant doing 2d6 piercing, but having no use of your hands whilst doing that.
Okay.
But it takes an action to apply it.
So, question. Dual wield, attack, 2d6, 2d6, just no strength on the second one?
Just no strength on the second one.
Like a dual wield.
Like a dual wielder? Dual wielder?
Dual wielder?
Dual wielder?
Because it sounds cool, I'm gonna say yeah.
Great. I'm dipping my hands in that. That's happening.
Okay, so your hands are covered in resin and broken glass.
Cool, great.
And so you're unable to,
James
you're
looks at
unable
it.
to use your maul.
No,
unable to use-
thanks. No.
Okay,
Does a 22 hit?
it does.
Yay. 10, 16,
If you
17,
said
18,
no, I would be
20.
mortified.
So
So I hope you guys
funny
are keeping
enough,
track of how many of the Force of Evils I've done.
I got 22 points of damage.
22 points of damage on
That guy. Nope, that guy.
this guy.
Yep.
Number 3.
Nice.
Leader.
Nice.
I'm also leader.
Oh, nice.
And
23 points of damage, you say?
22.
22.
I rolled a 22 and I did 22.
Okay.
That's what we call synergy.
And
Syvergy.
Synergy. Hey.
this guy's prone.
Yes.
Oh, gosh.
5, 10, 15, 20.
Oh, man.
Just taking a walk down the road.
Yeah. 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 That's my turn.
Okay.
Okay, so we are up to Lily.
Me?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try this. Power of the Lodestar.
Okay.
You wanna crush your enemies, but good? Use a Lodestar. Call upon the stars and channel your inner chi to drop a Lodestar upon your enemies. That's right. Roll well enough and you throw an entire tower from the sky at your enemy. Roll 4d20 in the box. If you roll doubles of any number, double the combined total for force damage. Triple for triples and 4 times if you roll the same.
Okay.
So,
But how much does it? How
Lily.
much damage does it do? It doesn't say.
yeah, it doesn't really
Oh.
say. So,
Oh,
can it go
Yeah.
for an area?
Yeah.
So I
You're
can
gonna-
go, like-
You want to land it on the cannon?
Yeah, and like hit the ogres if possible.
Yeah, you'll hit
The
both
Lodestar.
ogres.
The full
Good,
Lodestar.
good, good, good.
Can we get the Lodestar? Can we get it?
40-20
Throw
with-
the load.
Yeah.
Are you just gonna roll that 4 times? Or you
Yes.
Roll... Okay.
Yeah, I think
Cool.
Yeah, roll blue
I
thunder
think
4
I
times.
think they can't
Sure.
see it.
Get some
Okay.
doubles. I'll add it up. 17.
Nice.
Good.
Hey,
20.
Katie. Those were right-handed.
So bad rolling in the box every single time.
So now we gotta roll. She's gotta roll the last 2 at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay,
the last
just-
2 you rolled again at disadvantage. Now.
Dang it. Okay, so
Do
how
those
do I do
count
that?
as
So
anything?
20.
But
So
there'll be
roll it
half
twice and
of
take the
whatever
lower. So you're gonna roll it 4 more
4
times. 16.
So
it's
16 or-
20 as of right now.
9.
So 29, and keep rolling. Two more times.
It's hard with my left hand.
8.
Yeah. Welcome to my whole life.
You're left-handed.
Yeah, I know it's
That's
hard.
not how it works.
Whoa. It's getting real on the dungeon.
33.
33 points
And
of
no
damage.
doubles. 33 points of damage.
All right.
Nicely
That
done.
is- so what happens?
Thanks, LD fan.
I promise we're playing a real game here. Here's what happens. Immediately as the tree branch bird flies, there is a call of alarm that starts this fight. Everybody gets ready to fight, and immediately an elephant falls on one guy, another guy turns into a duck.
When you say it like that, it sounds
Civ
crazy.
pulls back his bow and lets loose an arrow into one of the orcs. And Lily steps forward, reaches up her small gnomish hand to the sky, and pulls down what is an enormous tower from the sky. It is not real, but it lands with the impact of something that is.
Wow.
Onto the top of the cannon, and both ogres, they react as if they've been hit by something massive, but again, it dissipates in the amulet's magic, but they have been hurt. You said 33 points of
33.
damage.
You've had an illusory lodestar the entire time.
I guess I didn't know I could do that. Wow.
What does illusory mean?
An illusion.
Right.
So that completes your turn, right, Lily?
Yeah.
You're not moving?
Flying now.
I will move.
Yes.
I mean, you're gonna go first, but
Well, maybe I'll move slightly, like, closer to where Civ is, trying to keep us somewhat together.
How much do you want to go?
Just like 20 feet.
5, 10, 15, 20 here?
Yeah, right there.
Okay. You're down below, and in fact, with your small stature, you're fully covered by the embankment.
Okay.
So we are up to
Good.
the ogre soldiers. This one is going to...
The ogres or the orcs?
Excuse me, orc soldiers.
Ogre,
this one is
orc.
going to stand up
Schmoger.
with half its movement, and is going to. It's going to throw its javelin at Civ. I have advantage from Queso Gato countered by change box. I rolled a 16.
Nope.
It's a miss.
nice.
Yeah.
Javelin goes whizzing by your head. This one is going to try its wisdom saving throw to unduck itself. And it fails. So it's going to go. And move around there. These guys are unhappy.
Sure. Why would they be?
Uh-oh. They're getting close.
Stay away from me.
That's the guy that you hit with the
Yeah, arrow.
the sneak attack, right? Okay.
Yeah, I shot him.
Okay.
He's actually going to stay.
My card.
Just try to stay in cover. And he's going to try to throw a javelin at you, Civ.
Okay.
Again, I have advantage from Queso Gato countered by change box. That is a 17.
That's just enough.
Just enough.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have. That is 13 points of damage.
Okay. I'm gonna have that with my uncanny dodge.
Okay, so the javelin again comes at you. It is black and metal, and it sticks, but you manage to skirt out of the way just at the last second, taking only a portion of the damage that would have shot through your shoulder. This one.
Remember, you lose that much gold.
Okay. That's
the
the
entire
whole.
fight?
Whole battle.
That's nuts.
Move.
Yikes.
It wants to. No, it wants to.
That does not
Where's it want to go?
Seriously, keep taking damage.
It's gonna dash to here and slide. It runs across and slides down the embankment behind the trees.
Oh, fancy boy.
In full cover behind the tree. And we are up to Fahima. Uggle, you'll be next.
Great. I'm going to cast Fireball on the cannon.
Nice.
I'm also going to do this DM Force of Evil because I'm trying to work through all of these. I've now done 3. It's called Ouch. It's from Twins In as well. Digit slaps you across the face, clearly leaving an imprint of his 5 digits. Take 5 damage on the biggest monster in the fight.
One of the
We'll
ogres.
do that. One of the ogres takes another 5 damage.
Nice.
Left.
Oh,
Left.
D6s? Make sure you have to roll your left.
Left.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How many were you?
4 more?
And
It's gonna be a lot of people listening to the podcast that are
ahead.
just gonna hear left hand.
left hand.
Okay. Roll well for me, babies. Roll well.
What are we casting?
Fireball.
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 On the cannon.
On the
and-
cannon, so
and-
I can get both of those boys.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
So 12, 14, 17,
23.
27, 32.
They get a save for half?
Oh, yeah,
They
dex.
do.
Yeah, dex check.
32
Dex check.
fire. I need to write this down so I don't forget.
I believe I have advantage from Queso Gato countered by change box.
Oh.
Oh! That's a 19.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
that's
gosh.
safe. So take half of the 32 fire,
16.
plus 1d4 from James's force of
Correct.
good. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. Candle Queen bless you.
You said 16 points of damage?
Well, plus this.
Plus another 3.
So 19 points of damage.
Plus Youngblood's Deadeye card, which is on my next range attack, deal an extra 1d8 of damage.
So 19 plus this. Nicely done, nicely done.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Another 7.
Whoa.
Yes.
26.
Goodness.
6.
All right. That you guys are blasting this orc. So, do you have your fireball? Oh, you just did a.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Not a
a
flaming
It's a
sphere.
flaming
just
sphere.
a fireball.
I
So
wish.
you throw an incredible ball of searing fire past the trees, up the embankment, right into the side of the cannon, and the orc ogre. I'm gonna do that all night, aren't I? The ogre hits with a massive amount of fire, singeing its hairs. You hear it scream and screech, and the cannon itself actually rocks, and you see a little bit of flame on the wood. Not enough to cause any major structural damage to its chassis, but it's certainly flammable.
And it hit, but this guy too. Yeah. 20-foot radius. Yeah.
Yeah. 20-foot radius if
So
you
it'll
center
be-
it
Well,
on the
but-
cannon.
It has to go for line of sight from you, right? You don't just get to put it in a space, or do you do?
Yeah, but the range is 150 feet. I already counted.
No, I know, but it has to move through space, right? It doesn't just appear, or does it? Is it an explosion?
Well,
yeah,
you're asking if she can arc fire it or not?
Right. Are you able to?
That's up to you.
Yeah,
Well, it's the range is
But is it
150.
an explosion that happens in a point of space?
Pretty
or is it-
much.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
For sure.
So you're placing it.
Right
in
down
the
dead
center.
on the
Yeah.
cannon.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Civ, by the way, you guessed your warden number correctly.
Yeah.
Warden color correctly. You add a D4 to that short bow.
I did.
Oh, you did? Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
You guys have hurt these ogres already.
Great.
A tremendous amount.
Great.
Thank you, Watchers.
I know, me neither. Okay.
Lost a lot of gold though.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
All right, now it's Ugo's turn, yes? Or is that...
Ugo's turn, if
Or you
that's
need to
completes your
move. Are you going to move?
Nope, not gonna move.
Okay.
I'll go rages.
Okay.
So
I'll go rages.
I also have That's My Secret. I'm always angry. Triggers the next time I'll go rages in combat. While I'll go rages, all players get +2 to their attack rolls,
Wow.
so long as Ugo continues to rage.
Wow.
Nice.
However, once Ugo stops raging, he takes damage equal to the number of rolls this affected, and I'll keep track of that on this
Jeez,
card.
okay.
So tonight is going to be HP mitigation
This
for
is
Ron.
fun.
That's what this is. I'm basically
Fun.
dipping into my hit points. And then I'm also, so that's my bonus action.
Yeah.
As my action, I'm going to downgrade it to a bonus action and use Bardic Boombox. Which is, as a bonus action, a magical boombox appears in your hands, which I have these gloves on, so
Yeah.
I'm assuming it just falls to the ground, playing All the Bingle Ladies,
All the
the
Bingle
hit
Ladies,
song
all the
by
Bingle Ladies.
Beyonce Knowles.
wow.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyone within 20 feet of the boombox, which should be, I think, us three, right?
Yeah.
Or is Lily within 20 feet?
No.
No.
No. You guys get Bardic Inspiration.
Nice.
And ladies,
A D8.
put your hands up, because you can also add a d6 of damage to your attack. this round.
Not me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So-
Bardic Inspiration is currently a D8 for you, right?
It is.
Okay.
So we all get a d8 for attack rolls, and
It
then d6
is.
damage you get an additional d6 damage from the
Wow,
attack.
wow, wow.
And I will move towards. Oh no! I will stay right there,
Well-
looking at James expectingly.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Guys, I have
Thank you.
Welcome.
Jeff, it's okay. It's gonna be okay.
I have 22 forces of good.
Oh my god!
forces
What?
of good.
For you?
That's what it says.
Just for you?
Wait, what
Yeah.
do you mean? Right now, just all in one batch or total that you've had
And there
over
seems
a
to be
lifetime?
10 forces of evil,
Oh my God.
or 16 forces of evil. I don't even know how to read this.
It's hard to be so popular.
Seriously.
22 forces of good and 16 forces of evil for me.
Oh,
Right now. I'm
Right,
confused.
right.
What
What
does
is
that mean
going
right
on,
now?
guys?
So basically, just do one each round.
How is
I'm
that
trying to do that.
possible?
That's why I'm about to read a couple.
Do 22
Yeah.
people even watch this?
It's all Grim Fated and Twins in. They're having a war.
Oh.
And I'm the casualty. I appreciate it. It's an amazing show of support, but and Changebox is in there as well.
Wow.
Just pace it
Whoa.
out.
I'm going to. That's why I'm telling you that
Wow.
now
Yeah.
because it is.
We gotta break some kind of records with that. Like, that's
Seriously.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. So
Don't break Jeff. Okay?
Yeah,
zonal
don't
marketing.
Jeff.
I'm not going to be able to keep track of all this.
Too late.
No.
Zonal marketing Attack of opportunity radiuses are increased by 30 feet for all DM-controlled enemies in this combat.
Whoa.
Okay.
Wait, what?
And this is one is a DM user-submitted DM force of good. DM stalling tactics. Do not read aloud until complete.
Okay.
Oh, I'm scared.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
I don't like all the rolls. It makes me very uncomfortable.
Can you stop rolling, please? Stop, stop.
This is, oh yeah, this is a force of good, right?
Okay,
So we did 2.
got it. Did that.
So you did 2 forces of good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
And we're moving on.
Okay. My turn, unless
turn.
there's somebody else.
Your
No,
turn.
I-
I'll go. You're done with your turn.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Excellent.
Oh, I wanted to move towards the orc. Oh, no, I didn't.
No, you didn't.
That's right.
Right.
I-
Unfortunately, this is about to happen. Force of Evil, Curse of the Enderman from Grim Fated. Your movement speed becomes 0, and at the beginning of your next turn, randomly teleport 30 feet in a direction determined by a D4 roll.
Oh. Wow.
So let's see where I go.
D4. That's weird.
Yeah, 1 is up, 2 is down, 3 is left, 4 is right. That is 1. So I teleport 30 feet up.
I'm gonna just tell you rolled with your right hand, but it doesn't really matter for this particular
No, it
roll.
doesn't. You're right. It's just,
I gotta keep better on you.
I gotta get better at that.
Guys, left hands.
All right, you go how, 30 feet this direction.
Wherever you say, yeah, I guess if that's up.
I'm just gonna hold my eraser in my right hand so I know not to do
I
it.
put mine in my shirt.
Okay.
Oh,
said
I don't
20 feet?
have a shirt.
30.
You can put it in your pocket.
Okay.
I'm gonna do this.
Ooh.
It's
You
not
should
an
do
attack of
something to
opportunity
attack
if I,
opportunity,
yeah.
Right. Same. He's
Okay,
there.
so that just happens. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use
Wow.
my action to cast Armor of Agathis on myself at 4th level.
Oh yeah.
So I get 20 temp HP,
Wow.
and I'm not going to tell you the rest because we'll see if you happen to know
James,
what Armor of Agathis does.
James ain't dying tonight.
Plus 20 temp HP and a frosty, like dark armor comes on top of me.
Love it.
Wow.
You are the sexiest, unsexy librarian.
I'll take that.
Don't know if
fair.
that's a compliment.
I don't know.
It started real well.
Now that I'm suddenly much closer to these orcs, I'm like, uh-oh. And so, and it's a 1st level spell, but I'm casting it at 4th level.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna use my bonus action to use, where are you? Digits Widget from Marshapotamus. A viewer submitted, conjure a pair of magical mithril knuckles to equip on Digit for 1 round. Digit can make, this is a bonus action, the card says this, can make a single punch attack, damages magical and deals 1d10 bludgeoning. I'm gonna use that to punch that guy closest to me who took some damage. I guess it's
2 to your attack roll.
it's a single punch attack.
Left hand, mister.
Left hand, thank you. So that is a 19.
To hit?
Or is that an advantage or disadvantage on that?
Oh, you
I
have
know,
advantage, but
so
it was
much.
countered. It was advantage from brush of tie, and it was countered by queso gato.
Thanks, guys. That is a 19 to hit.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a hit.
And so how much? It's a
Plus 2 to attack roll.
Plus-
and then
okay.
it's you don't get the D6.
okay, got it. And that's 1 damage.
1 damage.
Plus 2.
Oh no, not for the attack roll. Okay, so that he takes 1 magical punching damage from Digit.
Okay.
But
cute,
I am
though.
covered in frosty, delicious armor.
I love it. You stand there, there's steam and frost just pouring off you. It's like, you just took something from the freezer and it's got that
Wow. It's like you brought dry ice.
dry ice. Yeah, it's like pouring off.
Yeah, it's like
It's a one-man Halloween show.
yeah.
So you complete your turn?
Yes.
All right. So
Yeah,
that
because
brings
my
us
my movement zeros. My movement is made to go to
to
zeros,
the ogres.
and that's not concentration, and it lasts an hour.
Nice.
Yeah.
Armor of Agathis?
Armor of Agathis is bad.
All right.
He's a bad boy. He's a bad librarian. So dark and mysterious.
So we are going to, this is the full length, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 45, 1. Ooh, we're just gonna get there.
Ooh, no.
So this ogre is going to turn and lift one of the ordinances. He has something called cannon fodder.
Whoa.
And he's going to launch it
Oh my god.
at the 2 of
my
you.
God.
Whoa.
I do have advantage from Queso Gato countered by change box.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, that is a 24 to hit.
man.
Sure hits.
Oh.
And that is
Is this a spell effect? I'm assuming
It is not. It's literally picking up one of the cannon's ordnances and throwing it at you. 1, 2, 3.
Gotcha.
Which is essentially a giant rock.
Which is essentially a giant rock. Boulder toss.
Hey, don't at me. I'm gonna deflect one ranged attack directed at me.
Oh, yeah.
So on a DC 12.
Oh, but it's area effect.
No, it says but not area effect.
Is this area effect?
Yes.
Oh, it's area effect? Okay, I got something else. I got something else.
Of course you do.
See it with such disdain.
Of course you do.
I got lots of
Tell me what you're
say.
doing.
This is not a physical hit because it's an area of effect.
It is a physical hit.
Yeah. It's a,
Oh.
It's an explosion.
Bludgeoning damage.
Yeah,
Okay,
or
so I'm
bludgeoning.
gonna sneer. You'll have to do better than that. Oh, and Fahima's voice though. You'll have to do better than that. And you have one chance to roll a natural 20, otherwise it misses.
I have one chance, or you
Yeah.
have one chance?
You, the attacker.
Oh. Well, that's what I'll use my DM stalling tactics card and use my natural 20.
Oh, man.
Cards on cards.
As a reaction, well, actually, it's a 6.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I, however, still take the damage, so go ahead and roll that.
25
Oh
Damage?
my
points of damage.
gosh.
I got 2 more.
Bludgeoning. Bludgeoning?
Bludgeoning.
That was from
half?
Mr. Whisper.
So 12?
12.
Or 13?
12.
12.
Round down.
Okay.
And you didn't get hit.
Didn't get hit.
Cool.
The other orc is going to do the same. It's Ogre. Man, why do I keep doing that?
All right, buddy.
Too many O names.
It is not happy about being burned either. It's going to throw his at Civ.
Same thing.
Yep.
No.
Ah, bad roll. That's not going to hit. It's a 13.
No, sir.
All right. So he launches this huge rock and it lands, kicking up dust and dirt right in your face, but landing safely in the dirt. That completes the ogres, and so now we're back to top of the round.
Civ.
I
Malicious.
believe that triggers. Too many stupid things. No, I'll figure it out.
I have another card that got triggered, if you'll allow it. If an enemy failed to hit me.
Go ahead.
I can wait on it, though.
No, don't wait on it.
Okay. Triggers if your enemy fails to hit you. You snort. Your snort of derision, again, is so loud he gets a complex. His attacks on anyone the next round are at disadvantage. If he fails to hit again, he makes a DC 16 Wisdom save or attempts to flee. Mickey will.
Wow.
Okay.
That's on that ogre. On the front.
This ogre has attacks on disadvantage. Is that what you
Next
said?
round. And
Okay.
if he fails, he needs to make a wisdom save
So
or
I'll try to
run
keep
away.
track of that for you.
Okay.
Okay. So we are top of the round, Civ.
Yes. How badly wounded does this
Yeah, he's taking
orc in front of me look?
This one or
Yeah.
this one?
That one.
That one is.
He's been hit a couple times.
Yeah, it's still doing pretty well.
He's still ticking?
Yeah.
Wow.
The ones that have the most damage right now are the ogres
Yeah.
and. Yeah. And that one has the most has taken the most damage of all the orcs, but it is still,
Okay.
you know, it's you see blood,
Okay.
but not it's not in danger of
And
dying.
correct me if I'm wrong, but you have a card now that gives you an attack of opportunity anywhere within 30 feet?
Yes,
So if we move within 30 feet of a creature, they get an attack on us.
that's correct.
Shoot.
Well, only if you exit their
Yeah.
attack.
Oh, I see. So if
Yeah,
you
only
move
if you
in,
He
exit
moves
Right.
through a
Yeah.
30-foot range.
Got it.
Right.
I don't understand that, but I assume you'll tell me.
All right.
Just stay away.
I'm gonna have to. I don't really want free attacks on me, so. 5, 10.
This is the one that I was supposed to read when it says don't read this aloud until Jeff says the words top of the round, which I just said. Everyone needs to roll a reroll initiative. Says
Left hand.
A pink and brown elephant wearing a frilly tutu darts through the battlefield, and literally everyone and everything turns to look. Wait, whose turn was it next? No one can remember.
Oh,
Reroll
no.
initiative. Anything higher than 16 has already gone this turn.
Oh.
Oh, it's good for me.
Do you want me to reroll even though I started my thing?
That's great. I rolled 6.
Yes.
Okay.
Just reroll.
Are we-
My initiative Was 16.
Are we doing advantages, disadvantages, or do you care?
Yeah, you have advantage from Menathiel, but it's countered by Grim Fated. Fahmy, you have advantage from Dresden Dark, but countered by Dream Blaze.
Thank you, Dresden
James, you
Dark.
have advantage from Red Robin, countered by Grim Fated.
Thank you, Red
Ugo, you
Robin.
have advantage from Tiger Lily, and Lily, you have advantage from Lotta Leche, countered by Grim Fated.
So is it 16 or higher than 16?
16 or higher.
The women are doing straight rolls tonight.
Yes, we straight roll.
We're playing fair.
Okay.
And my initiative got better.
Okay, good. Well, that's good. You already went.
Yeah, so 27.
Oh, no. Anything rolled higher has already gone. So you lose your turn.
Okay.
So do I.
So do you. Anybody else have higher than 16? 16 or higher?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
But what is our new initiatives?
It's not new initiatives, you just lose your turn.
It's just for the round.
Got it.
Yeah, but I also have to do it for
okay.
the enemies. So
Well, shoot.
see.
Oh, that's nice.
So luckily
That's
they,
good.
I rolled a natural 1 and an 11. Okay,
Okay.
so. Civ, you don't get to go. That brings us to.
Do you want me to take back what I had already done?
He did move.
Yeah, I think it's probably a smart thing to do. You were back here, right? You were here.
In here. There.
Good. Cool. All right, Lily.
Okay, so I'm gonna see that these ogres are doing massive amounts of damage, and I'm gonna just walk like they're within 120 feet of me, I believe. But I'm gonna walk just so I can see them. You said I'm behind a.
You're down this embankment here.
So how do I get up above that embankment?
You could walk up it. It's difficult terrain, but you can.
Okay.
It takes double the movement to get up it.
That's fine. I'll like just go up that, so I'm kind of like peeking over the top,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna cast Hypnotic Pattern on, centered on the duck.
On the
And
deck.
it should hit both the ogres
Yep.
and the duck.
All right.
And so they have to make wisdom saving throws.
Okay.
Of 15.
All right. Oh, that's an 18.
it.
I had advantage from Grim Fated, countered by Change Box, and the other orc,
Ogre.
ogre. Oh my God, is not gonna make it.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
And what
how about the duck?
The duck.
Is the duck still a duck?
It is until its next turn when it gets a chance to try again.
Got it.
Up, and that made the save.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
But the one ogre is.
so
is
one
charmed.
ogre is charmed.
Can we establish that with something? Which one is
Yes, I have
Yeah.
these wonderful things.
Yeah. Or he's paralyzed. As long
It's
as.
until he takes damage.
Yes,
Basically.
so-
Which one?
Well, I don't know which one failed.
It was
Oh.
the second one.
Yeah, this one.
Okay. So he's charmed.
Hanging on top of him?
Yeah.
It doesn't really fit on his little head.
Okay. Okay, so no fireballs at him.
At the
All
duck.
right, does that complete your turn?
That
Yeah,
guy.
and then I'm just gonna like kind of duck
'Cause
back
he's
down the
paralyzed.
embankment to kind of be out of sight.
Okay.
Back there.
So this duck is going to attempt his wisdom save to become not a duck, and he gets a 19. Yay! He's
Oh.
no longer.
I liked
a
him
duck.
as a
But he's still charmed by Hypnotic Pattern.
I thought he made his
No,
save.
he
Only the
made
his
only
save.
the
Okay,
ogre.
never mind, never mind.
Only the one ogre didn't make a save.
Fine.
And
One
these
wise
guys.
duck.
This dude. He's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Run up to Civ and smack him.
Try to
It's a multi-attack.
Multi-attack.
When
Give
I
him a
lost my
smack.
turn, does that mean I lose my reaction as well?
I would say, yeah, you lose the entire
Oh,
Okay.
economy.
just clarification. I'm not going back down underneath the embankment because I have to maintain concentration, which I guess as long as I can still see the
Yeah,
pattern.
I don't even think you need to see it.
Yeah. Okay.
I think he's going
Concentrating
to-
safely. Safely concentrating.
Oh, that's a 12. That's not gonna hit, right?
Nope.
I'm gonna try one more time. I have advantage from Grim Fated, countered by Change Box. That one is a 25,
That'll hit.
so that hits. And
that hitting
is
you,
gonna
Civ?
be-
Yep.
I'll do cutting words so you can minus D8 from that.
Cool.
It's only gonna be 5 points of damage.
Nice.
Piercing damage.
Okay.
Reduced to nothing. Or
60
unless,
feet, but he's
D8.
close to me. Yeah.
And this one's gonna attack James.
Go ahead.
Within 30 of me?
Go ahead and attack me.
Don't say
Is
that.
James within 30 of me?
Hang on. Yes.
Oh, you got some. You got some
Yeah.
up your sleeve?
Okay.
Yeah.
Up your robe?
I mean, I already cast it.
16 hit you?
Right.
Yes, it does.
He's smiling.
Well, well, well.
Do you want me to reduce?
That is a 12 points of damage.
Lost my reaction.
12 points of damage. You take 20 points of cold damage.
Awesome! All right.
You're as cold as ice.
Orc runs up and does a mighty swing with its axe, and as it hits, you hear the sound of ice breaking, and ice climbs up the hilt of the axe, up its arms into its neck and eyes, and it screams in pain as it strikes you.
Very cool.
This is gonna hurt you more than it hurts me.
Actually, that kills it. You said 20 points of damage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it actually freezes in place as the ice crawls up into its eyeballs.
Oh my
And you see
gosh.
it fall over, and as it lands, it shatters in a...
And I turn to the
ice
other one
crystals.
and I go, come on. Because it's still going.
Yeah. That one's just gonna...
So that wasn't even your turn, right? That was just a defense?
That's just Armor of Agathis. Armor of Agathis at high level is badass.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. It can't go 60. It can go 40.
If it's an orc,
It's got aggressive, and it can
Yeah.
move up to its
speed
speed
twice, right.
speed toward a hostile creature it can see as a bonus action.
yeah, you can make it to me for sure.
I'll go.
I mean, I'm just saying, I know aggressive.
I have advantage from Grim Fated countered by Change Box. This is going to be a multi-attack, and that is 23 hits, right? And that's going to be a 12, so I'm sure that's a miss.
That is a miss.
So that is 12 points damage.
What time?
Piercing.
Reduced to 6.
Very good. Very good.
All right.
And I don't have gold, so I'll take an extra one.
Oh.
13. Yeah.
Well, yeah, 7. I figured.
It's gonna stand right there and throw its javelin.
At who? At Civ?
That's a natural one.
Okay.
Miss
At the ground.
at the ground. All right, that completes the orcs,
Okay.
and so that brings us to Fahima.
Right.
And I'll go after that.
Yay!
I'll go
lost
lost
my
his
turn.
turn, but yes.
Oh, you lost your turn.
Yeah.
Okay, Fahima.
Okay. I'm going to move up to the other side of the guy who's hitting Uggo. Some within 5 feet on the other side.
Okay. Over on this side. Over here.
Exact opposite corner.
Here?
Other.
Here?
No,
Flank.
Keep going. Keep going.
Flank.
Yeah. Okay, and then I'm gonna thunderbolt jump
All right.
to him. Boom.
Okay.
Or actually, what's gonna be better? I want to hit the cannon as well. Can I get within 5 feet of both him and the cannon?
Yeah, it looks like you can.
Okay. Boom.
All right. So you slide around this orc, and you put your hand on the ground, and electricity shoots from your hand and turns your whole body into electricity, and you go, and it goes across like a lightning bolt, down right in that spot. Bam! Exploding with lightning damage.
Yeah.
Spot.
Your left hand.
Roll with your left hand.
I have my other arm in my shirt.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's a really good idea.
Good idea.
Lost all.
That's a great concept.
Go ahead.
Mine's in my pants, like under my pants.
Put it in my
count.
pocket.
I hope you guys are all learning a very valuable
Gotta
lesson about life.
stay
as
there.
me.
Okay.
Okay.
Roll that.
So each creature within 5 foot of my origin and destination will take 8d6 lightning.
Okay?
Dex saving throw.
Yep.
Okay.
That is not good. That is a 7.
That doesn't save 12,
Right.
14, 16, 20, 23 lightning damage.
Nice.
For both of them and the cannon.
What's the radius?
5 feet.
So it's not gonna get both of them.
That
No,
one-
the
the guy
first guy.
she left, yeah.
From
Nowhere
the
in the
departure
cannon.
point and the arrival point?
Correct.
Yeah, and if it can get the cannon and this dude, that's why I landed here.
Yeah, you can get the cannon and the dude.
Okay, and
So
then yeah.
how many points of damage was it? 20?
What did I say?
24? Hang on.
Ah, shoot.
9, hang on. 9, 15, 16, 23. 23 points of lightning damage. Or I'm sorry, 20. What,
You get an extra D6.
Oh, I didn't even roll all of them.
Yeah.
Hold on, there's one more to roll.
23.
Oh, another
24.
one.
You also get the extra D6 from all.
Yep, and then I'm gonna roll my Bingle ladies d6.
So it's 27 total?
28 total.
And then I'm gonna use my bonus action and use my Stronger Together from Don't Hate Fahima to use my dagger against this ogre and do 1d4 plus 2.
Okay.
Wow.
So you arrive as lightning, and you immediately pull a dagger out, slam it in the back of this thing as it's like.
For another 5.
Okay.
Wow, nice.
This thing is rocked.
Wow.
Ha-ha!
Did that drop the orc that's on Ugo?
hasn't
Or
taken much
he
damage.
hasn't been touched yet. Okay, got it.
Which one?
The
The guy that she zapped away from.
how
Oh, we
many?
haven't been touched yet.
Yeah, that was
27.
If you want to add the Bingle Ladies D6 to both, I mean, you could add it just one. If you want.
Okay. So that orc. Okay. Wow. Okay. 26. You said 27. Yep. All right. So we are up
It's
to.
just one roll.
Yep.
But
I'll go. Whose
skill
turn
or...
is skipped? James.
Got it. I see Civ in a little bit of trouble. Fahima's in trouble too.
I'm not in trouble. I just stabbed a guy with my dagger. After turning into lightning, I'm doing well.
You're
well.
doing so great. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. That guy is already paralyzed, right? Then this shouldn't affect him because he's
paralyzed.
not gonna take any damage.
He's not paralyzed.
Okay. I'm going
Incapacitated in 0.
Yeah.
to. How damaged does that ogre look?
This one?
Yes.
Very.
All right, I'm going
This
to.
one, medium.
All right, so the guy in front of me, he's dead. So I'm going to walk past him
Yep.
and 2 Eldritch Blasts.
This one takes a attack of opportunity on you.
Fine.
We're not at the top of the round, right?
Not yet.
It's hard to write with. I still have to
I
write
did
with
my
the right
reaction.
hand.
Could have attacked him.
I have advantage from Civ Vicious, countered by Changebox. I got a 19, which is very high
Okay,
because it adds more.
that hits.
I'm sure that hits. And so that is going to be.
Ron, just remember when you get attacks of opportunity, I do too.
13 points of damage.
13 points of damage.
But you lost your reaction as
You
well.
take 20 points of cold damage.
All right.
Again.
Oh my god.
This guy, the ogre.
No,
One on you.
the guy that's with Ugo.
Oh, okay, cool.
You said 13?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but now it's done. Now the armor is gone.
Oh, okay.
All right, and where are you walking to?
I am walking towards Fahima's direction, and I'm going to, towards the cannon, and I'm going to fire 2 Eldritch Blasts into the face of that ogre.
How far did you want to get?
Give me 20 feet. Yeah,
20 feet closer?
yes. There.
Okay.
Pop, pop, right in his face.
Pop, pop.
All right. Pop, pop.
Yes. Do I have any advantages?
You do. From a confusing Wookiee, but it has been countered by Grim Fated.
Thank you, Confusing Wookiee and Grim Fated. Okay, great. First one is a 23 to hit,
That hits.
and the second one is a 21 to hit.
That hits as well.
So he's gonna take 2d10 force damage.
All right.
That's 10 on the first one,
Ooh.
and 6 on the second one.
16.
16 force damage total. Whack, whack.
When your hand like fizzes out from the Eldritch Blast, I'm gonna put my hand up and give you an air high
All
five.
right, this
Thank
thing.
you.
You see this enormous creature rock. It takes these Eldritch Blast. It's been burned. It's been stabbed. It is very, very badly wounded. It's bleeding and moaning, but it is not quite down. Its knees shaky
Got
and
it.
its head spinning. Does that complete your turn?
Yes, that completes my turn. Unless this is a bonus. Nope, yeah, that
All right.
completes my turn.
We get to the orcs, or excuse me, the ogres. The one that has no movement, it is incapacitated?
Incapacitated
Yeah.
and its speed is 0.
Incapacitated means it can't do
And he
anything.
doesn't even get to save, does he?
Incapacitated can't take
As long as he
actions or
doesn't take
reactions.
damage.
Unless somebody wakes him up.
Right.
What is this?
Don't
From
wake
Lily's
him up.
spell?
Yeah, that's
Hypnotic pattern.
Though she is concentrating, so
I'm concentrating on that.
Is this still not the top of the round, right?
no.
No, it will be after they move.
Gotcha.
The first thing you see this ogre that is almost dead do is pull a horn from its side and go.
Oh,
Hang on,
Yeah, hold on, I got
hang
that
on.
too.
As a reaction, I see him do that. As a reaction, I have a card called Reaction from the Candles. You may use a force card as a reaction, even if it would normally be an action to use any force, and I'm going to use Lord Ereban Hammer. I got from Scully as my homegirl. I mute you for 1 round.
Okay.
Muted.
I mean, he would be muted, but the horn is not muted.
Yeah,
He can't speak, but you don't have to speak to
You blow
a
into
horn.
They have to go
Spirit of the card.
Spirit of the card is probably. I mean, I think it's a cool move, so I'll allow it.
Yeah.
It's only for 1 round.
It's only for 1
Like
round.
on his next
One
round,
round.
if he
Yeah.
lives, he
If
can
he
still-
survives the
All right.
round, he can do it
So
again.
he reaches to his side, pulls to his horn, puts his lips to it.
Click.
Amulet flashes and blinks twice. No sound emits, and as he turns ready to attack, we go to intermission.
Oh my
But first, we have cards.
Oh my god.
I'm so ready for this ogre.
Okay.
I guess I can put my arm back.
3 for Lily.
Wow.
Gosh, thank you.
Yeah.
Armor of Agathis, man. I'm a fan.
I'm gonna look up that spell later.
Yep.
Yeah, that's really cool. I wish I could
Okay,
have that.
Just auto.
Lily, you have.
auto damage.
I don't even know how to read this. Youngblood, Roguerat, and Amoshan have cards for you.
Okay.
You have 2 from Youngblood and 1 from Roguerat.
Rugrat?
Rogue Rat.
Rat.
Nice.
Sounds like a D&D character name.
It does.
Okay.
Sounds like what they call
One
it.
last chance from
Lisa
Youngblood.
James.
If your attack is the killing blow, this card can be activated to allow the user to reverse time and pause their attack just before it lands to have one last chance to convince the enemy to surrender and/or provide info before they die. If they will not surrender, the effect ends and the killing blow will resume. Aw, I like that card. Okay, I will call him Mini-Me from Roguerat. A 1 foot tall chibi version?
Chibi, yeah,
Chibi?
It's like a cartoon, little cute
Oh,
cartoon.
chibi. I didn't know what that was. We all learned something. And by we all, me. A 1 foot tall chibi version of the player appears to help. It only has 10 health, but it will take any damage directed at you before you do. When it is destroyed, however, it looks you in the eye. Oh no! Flashback. That's my whole thing. Okay, movement. You eat a small candy that freshens your breath and tastes of butterscotch and mint. Gain a second move action. Awesome, that's from Amoshan.
Butterscotch?
Yay!
That's not a
That
good
sounds
combination.
weird to me.
I'm excited about it.
I love both of those things. Dungeon Run merch from Youngblood. A strange but familiar garment appears on your body and you feel awesome. Describe which Dungeon Run shirt you're wearing to gain a +2 to AC until the end of combat. Does the Dungeon Run shirt have to exist?
No.
All right.
Be creative.
I wear one that says, I'll go for president.
Fine.
President of what?
I'll go for king. We'll see.
I'll go for King.
I like that.
King of
I have style. That gives me +2 AC till the end of
Nice.
combat.
Nice.
That's great. We'll add that to my growing list of things. Style points. You hit it perfectly. It wasn't a crit, but it was a thing of beauty to watch. Precisely aimed to hit that perfect weak spot in their armor. On any one non-critical hit, you may add as many points to your damage as your attack roll went over the enemy's AC. I.e., a roll of 19 against a 16 AC, you can add 3 points of damage to the attack.
Okay.
And then finally, Doppelganger Confusion. The amulet sparks to life and creates an identical image of whoever draws this card. An enemy attacking the party member must roll a perception check of 15 or higher in order to hit them. If the number is less than that, the attack kills the doppelganger instead.
Got it.
Wow.
So it's basically like one mirror
Yeah, mirror image. Yeah.
image.
Got it. Jeff, who are these from that I have?
You have 2 from Youngblood, 1 from Confusing Wookiee, or those are forces of good, and a force
Great.
of evil from Queso Gato.
Do you have an
Thank
invisible-
you, Youngblood, Confusing Wookiee, and Queso Gato. The Force of Evil, Gloom and Blind, be both. Viewer submitted. Darkness descends, clouding your vision and your mind in an existential fog as you question whether or not what you've put out into the world has made it a better place. You're blind and roll with disadvantage for 1 round of combat until you recall you love loving things and the fog lifts. That is nice. Forces of good. The infamous final straw. This is it, the actual straw that broke the camel's back. Placing it on an on any four-footed creature's back provokes an immediate attack of opportunity, but their back breaks too. Their speed is reduced to 5 for 2 rounds. Yikes. Biotic Grenade, viewer submitted. The amulet flashes, it produces a grenade that is infused with healing properties. Oh, good. The grenade has a range of 25 feet and a 20-foot radius. As an action, throw the grenade and roll 2d6 to heal every creature within the radius, friend and foe alike. I'd like to take this opportunity. Viewer submitted. Do not read aloud until used. Okay, that's it.
You have a force of good from Youngblood and 2 forces of evil from Queso Gato. Oh, excuse me, and Confusing Wookiee.
Oh my god. Okay, Confusing Wookiee and my best friend, Queso Gato, who's ruining everything.
As a cheese cat is wont to do.
These evils are fracking terrible.
Pretty bad.
They're terrible. Meep, come to me. Meep thinks you're in trouble and flies to you. Problem is, Meep didn't have good depth perception and crashed right into you, dealing 1d6 fire damage, knocking you prone. So I guess I'll do that right now. 1d6 fire damage, that's 2 fire damage. I'll just write it down.
You're resistant.
So 1 fire damage.
So 1 fire damage. However, I have another force of evil that goes off. The next time you fall prone, an overwhelming force, this is from Grim Faded, an overwhelming force smashes you. Take 2d10 bludgeoning damage. Oh. So it's another 6 plus 5 bludgeoning,
11.
so that's 12
11, yes.
total damage I'll be taking. So I hate.
Lose 12 gold.
Oh my god, I hate you! And then my second force of evil from Queso Gato is you suffer for our amusement. Wow, how apt.
Wow.
We say we love it because of the story, but the truth is we just like to see you suffer.
Oh no.
Until the end of the episode, or until you roll a 6 on a d20. Every time you roll a d20, you must say, ye gods, before you roll. If you fail to say it, you get -5 on the roll, otherwise a -2.
Wow.
Rude.
Wow.
And my force of good, thank you, Youngblood. Mwah. This is my special move. The power of anime courses through your veins, causing you to call out your next attack in the most spectacular and over-the-top way. Take disadvantage on your attack, irrespective of other bonuses, but if you hit, you do double damage, crit, and do triple damage.
Wow.
Crazy.
Okay.
That's it.
Civ, you have 3 forces of good, Youngblood, Saint Thief, and Amoshan, and a force of evil from Don't Hate Fahima.
Wow.
Youngblood, Amoshan, and I got Don't Hate Fahima. What was the other good? Amoshan, Youngblood, and what?
Saint Thief.
Saint Thief.
Nice.
Cool. Okay, so ring toss. You receive a large ring you may throw up to 30 feet. Use your bonus action to make a ranged attack roll to throw the ring over an opponent's head. On a success, they are grappled and restrained, DC 15 strength check to break free. Initiative. A successful melee attack with the small dagger is so painful that it moves its victim to the end of the initiative order. Deals 1d4 plus dex modifier damage, breaks after a successful use. Spicy curry bites back. This curry is great, but it gives you crazy acid reflux. Use your bonus action to eat it and take 1d4 internal acid damage. Oh well, when life gives you lemons, ... You gain the ability to use your reaction to a roll. You gain your ability to use your reaction to roll a reflex acid spit attack at anyone whose melee attacks you, whether successful or not, until the end of your next round. D20 plus your proficiency bonus does 1d8 acid damage.
Wow.
Wow, okay. And then my evil, she turned me into a duck. At the start of the next combat, so next time we fight, you suddenly and immediately find that you've been transformed into a duck for 1d4 turns. Your only attacks are pecking the enemy for 1d6 piercing or dropping eggs on them for 1d4 bludgeoning. Your walking speed is halved, but your flying speed is double your walking speed.
Wow.
Okay.
We had a force of good. That was a roll for force of good. I rolled a 2. So Fahima, you get that. It's from Angel Devilson.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, thank you, ye gods. I would die for you. You can take 1d20 damage to allow someone to re-roll a death saving throw. You can do this as many times as you want during this combat, taking 1d20 damage each time.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's big.
Fahima's got this like theme of sacrifice, apparently.
I know.
All right, so there are 36 cards for me. We'll get to them. We'll get to them somehow. I appreciate you guys supporting the show like that. It's extraordinary.
This is
we are going to intermission. Araban is going to take care of you. Thank you to Twinsen, Changebox, and Grimfaded for all of those cards for me. I
amazing.
am overwhelmed. I'm sorry. Airman's gonna take care of you for intermission. We're gonna recharge and come back and see how this fight wraps up.
Wow, insane.
See you soon.
Holy cow, guys.
Holy moly.
Why should I be having to take care of them? I thought someone else was going. They're back. Hello. Yes. Wonderful. Hello. Yes, fear not. Watchers, our campaign will continue after a brief intermission. Right now, it's time for us to enjoy each other's company. Well, you watchers of the time stream are amazing. You have evolved tonight's show into absolute madness! I do have to say, all of your contributions are great. Oh, come on! What is that? More? KR Forget 93, let me at least finish my speech before you kill my minions. You don't want to talk to us, Lord Araban, says Dreamblaze? You don't want to talk to us? Are you kidding me? This is my favorite part of the show. All of your contributions are greatly appreciated. I cannot tell you just how happy Milo and I and the rest of this beautiful cast are that you are all here. And I assure you, you are all special. Every single one of you. You are like little children, and we wish for you to be around and for you to enjoy and embrace the love that is here on the Dungeon Run. But please, give the man a chance to run the show. Let him move on. Are you going slightly mad? Local host, I am 120 years old. What do you think? I'm absolutely crazy! Marone says that makes you our babysitter. Very well, Marone. Then I'm your babysitter. All right. Listen, to Carson, to Jeff for holding it together, let me tell you something. I want you very clearly to understand. I am the chooser, or the one who makes the choice for those who are on my show. Do you know why I chose Jeff? Well, yes, because he was my college roommate. That was number one. But the second reason is because he is absolutely, positively the best DM I have ever seen in my life. And believe me, I've been around for 120 years. I'm not joking here. That being said, he is a human. And he does have a bit of a cold, I think. So just take it easy. That being said, I won't mind if you keep dropping Force of Good and Force of Evil cards seriously. To me, it's all fun and games. I don't care. But you get the idea. All right. Malcolm 3X saying illithid virus. What about it? Lord Araban baby t-shirts. By the way, if you do wish to support the show, which it seems many of you do, you can always go to the Dungeon Run. Actually, no, is that right? I don't even think that's right. I think it's fandom. Is it what? How do I, what is the, Milo, go get me my notes. What is it again? Is it fandom dot, or is it the other way around? I think I forgot already. I completely screwed it up. The Dungeon Run, yes! Thank you, everyone. thedungeonrun.fandom.com. Let me try that again. Hello, everybody. I'm Lord Araban, the Keeper of Secrets. And I'd like to tell you about something called thedungeonrun.fandom.com. So, if you wish to support the show, which again, it seems like many of you would like to, you can always go there to thedungeonrun.fandom.com and get yourself a shirt, or a mug, or something like that. I'm serious. That's a great way to do it. And it only costs you, I don't know how much those shirts cost, but they're pretty cool, because you at least get something for it as well. Maybe it's me, but isn't Lord Ereban looking less purple today? Yes, Chef. Unfortunately, for me, Milo accidentally handed me pure rubbing alcohol during the spritzing phase of my preparation for this evening, and it did cause some issues with my skin color. Good news, we got the good mucosa back onto the face and tentacles, but not before it was too late. I might get me a baby Ereban Dadpool, 1980. Were you just about to say a baby Yoda mug? Do those even exist? Probably they don't, but baby Ereban mugs do, so go get one right now at thedungeonrun.fandom.com. Lord Ereban, do you realize that this is the first time you were broken? What? I was broken? What do you mean by broken? Baby Yoda is better than Lord Ereban? Who said that wasn't the case, random guy? And by the way, come out from behind your name, random guy. Show your face! But you're too afraid, aren't you? And yes, Baby Yoda is better than Lord Ereban, but Baby Yoda is not better than Baby Ereban. Done! Lord Ereban, my 7-year-old boy, Corbin, is going to bed, but he wanted to say hi. Hello, Corbin. How are you? I just want to let you know that you are a wonderful boy. And I hope you have wonderful dreams. Did he smile? Did he smile a little bit, Corbin? Most children, when they see me, are in fright and scream. Mostly cry. Good night, Corbin. Yes, Lord Ereban, stop stalling. We have cards to read and DMs to drive insane. Change box. You'll never change. All right. That was really nice. Thank you, TK421. Believe it or not, there are people who believe I'm nice. Of course, they're wrong, because I'm not. I'm evil. Lord Ereban, oh yes. I can't imagine why, but I don't even know what this is in reference to. Lord Ereban, who is lacking in the advantage right now. I've lost track. Let me tell you something. There's one thing I know for sure, and that's this. Thanks to Changebox, who hopefully does never change, I don't think that Jeff will ever be able to have advantage on a roll. No, seriously. I do think that it's absolutely impossible. Because Changebox has given Jeff, our DM, quite literally, and I'm not mistaken if I Milo, if you could do me a favor and get the list, I'd like to be able to actually read the number. I think he's given him over 100 disadvantages. Just saying. So, no advantage for Jeff. Thank you, Changebox. I love you, Grandpa Grumpy. Gregor, something about that name makes me uncomfortable, but I will take it. Love you too. Am I a Muppet? Well, those are owned, I believe, by what, Disney now? Yes, they used to be owned by the Henson Company. No, I'm not a Muppet. They couldn't pay me enough. Lord Ereban, tell me a bedtime story. I'm trying to, Paste Pot Pete. It's your birthday, Soup Agent. Happy birthday. How old are you? 5? He's an animatronic, technically. He's an animatronic. Well, I tell you what. As much as I do like the Muppets and think that they are wonderful, they are low-tech. And you are absolutely right. The Raven Christ, I am very much not animatronic. Right, I lied. I might be. But not really. Because that takes that takes everyone out of the experience by saying that, you see. No, it's not animatronic. It just may seem that way. It works more consistently than Kylo Ren. Oh, so, Paste Pot Pete. Yes, I certainly do. Lord Ereban is real. That's right. No, he's real, Gregor. You're correct. Should you be impeached? Ebran SC? Should I? Let's take a vote. I'll even take the vote myself. Here we go. Should we impeach Ereban? Upvote that. Should we not impeach Ereban? Upvote that if you think that's the case. Go. This is a good way to take votes, I guess. And do understand that there are 1 trillion people watching right now, so we should be able to get a pretty high count. Lord Ereban, all hail. Lord Milo, Paladin D20. Can someone please remove Paladin D20 from this chat? It's aggravating me. I'm just kidding, Paladin. There's nobody that could do that. I would be the only one, and since I don't have any real access to... Well, I did type something in a moment ago, technically, but I did that with my mind and my psionic power, so I guess I could remove you, but I don't really want to because I kind of like you. Vote no. All right, look. It looks like the not impeach is the favored comment. Way to go. Great. Looks like I am going to remain in power. Sir Mix-a-Lot, 1. Tell you what. Today's your lucky day. Today is your very lucky day because earlier that was killing Milo. But good news, I had someone go in to the dungeon run playing room, if you will, and put some magic around Milo's ball. And now there is an effect, do not get me wrong, but that magic cannot go outside of the magic bubble that is now sitting around Milo's ball. So if Milo goes near it, oh my goodness! All right, well, Milo accidentally walked into the other room and is now dead again. So, good job. Sir Mix-a-Lot, you've killed Milo. Lord Ereban, voter suppression. No voter suppression here. We did a perfect do impeach or do not impeach Ereban vote, and it seems that we are not impeaching Ereban, i.e. we are not impeaching me, and i.e. I shall remain the lord of this show and of the dungeon run, which is perfect because that's as it should be, you see. What about Milo for president? Come on, you're crazy. Are you kidding me? He's not that smart. Wow, he could spell I-E. Oh, Chef Scott 68, if you were here in person, you know what I would do? I would flay your mind. Hopefully you have a high IQ. OMG, Milo has more lives than a cat. Well, Ragor, whatever we want to call you now. Yes, of course he does. He's a minion. He can't really die. But it does hurt when he dies. Do understand, he has confided in me that the pain of death from a Milo's ball is quite extraordinary. And each time you touch Milo's ball again, he has a lot of pain. And that's not nice. Okay? Ergo and Milo for 220. As in president and vice president? Sure, why not? As long as Ugo is involved. Rhaegar, it hurts me emotionally as well. Don't you hear me scream? This is true, minions never die, unless the master says they can. Dreamblaze, thank you so much. Milo can always come back to life. I've spoken. Ugo can be your speaker of the house. Well, I like that. Lord Ereban, when will you be on Dungeon Rundown? What is that? Oh, you mean the show that Trisha Hirschberger runs on Tuesdays? Well, that's unfortunately what you need to understand is I do lots of bathing on my time off, i.e., I'm using i.e. quite a lot today. I bathe a lot, quite a bit. And the only way for me to stay healthy and fluid, if you will, is to bathe every moment that I'm not sitting on this throne here, because I am drying out. I'm not going to lie to you. This is terrible for my skin. Yes, I'm a moist squid. I get a bit crusty, as you all know. All right. Who here knows what a prop is? Can anyone raise their hand and let me know? Tell me. Does anyone know? I do. Of course I do. But does anyone else know? I'm a prop, Fallstar! How dare you? I was about to be your best friend. Random guy, please. Yes, that's why I'm cranky, Silverfang. Here we go. I want to tell you about props and how you, the watchers of the time stream, can interact with the show, though I do request, please, be gentle. Jeff has quite a bit to do in the second half of this show, and possibly into the future. There are 7 unique props that can influence the game. Don't know what they are? Ha! I'll tell you. That's the line that's written here, by the way. I actually have lines. I do have a teleprompter that's sitting in front of me, and I like to read them. Keeps me in line. Show love, our celebratory item. Send love to the team whenever you want. Great, that's the blue balloons. Or you can grant the gift of advantage. That's the ability to roll a pair of 20-sided dice at once and take the highest value. Isn't that great? Those don't hurt the show, by the way, FYI. They kind of do sometimes, but not really. Go at those. Have at them, I should say. If you feel the players have had it too easy up until now, you can set the trap of disadvantage. So if a player has advantage, this disadvantage will counter it. And if the player does not have an advantage, well, they'll roll a pair of 20-sided dice at once, and they'll take the lowest value, which of course is not good. Now, if you take pity on the adventuring party, you can have a player draw a Force of Good card. Those are good. However, I do believe Jeff has about 500 million of those to read currently, so maybe slow those down a tad. You may, or maybe not. Maybe don't. You don't want to. Then there is always adding the additional challenge of Force of Evil cards. Shall I say their names? The ones that have been dropping those like they're hot potatoes tonight. You know who you are. And I love you. And I appreciate you. And Milo just wanted to say, he thinks you guys are all swell. Now, when you give props, okay, please specify which player it is for. Otherwise, I'm going to make the choice for you. And then you're going to go, but Ereban, I didn't want to choose that person. And then I'm going to go, but you didn't tell me who it was. And then you're going to go, and I'm going to go, stop it! And Milo will probably die again. Also, it's on you. You could purchase an IOU, and when you do, it will light a candle. And when the goal of 20 candles is reached, a Force of Good card will be awarded to a random member of the team. That's fun, isn't it? And then, of course, nothing else really matters. Because we want to keep my minion healthy and safe, right? Which means there's Milo's bowl, which again should not be touched. That's that cauldron-looking thing with the purple in it, and don't touch that. Full star, that's great, thank you so much. That's the light, by the way. Don't touch it. And it is awesome, random guy, but remember what you're doing when you touch it. You're killing my good minion. And Twinson, by the way, again, thank you for everything you've done. Everything. You've been a watcher of the time stream and a contributor to this show for such a long time, since the very beginning. And thank you for the light. I think you should add a leg weight lift to your chair. All right, listen here, Goon Guy. I would like you to come down here to the studio where I am. I mean, it's not really a studio. I'm in a dungeon, of course, but the studio, if you will. And say that directly to my face. I mean, really, do it. Because I will absolutely flay your mind. Unbelievable. Please invite me to the ASSS party. There's supposed to be periods in there, Bingle Bells. And of course you're invited. I have feet, Paste Pot. Of course I have feet. They're just a little filled with liquid right now, and I don't like the way they look. I do enjoy this guy's voice, says Commander Flame. What do you mean, this guy's voice? I am Lord Ereban, Keeper of Secrets. I have a name, and he's very funny. Yes, come say that to my face. See what happens. Do you own the gold behind you? No, Casil. I have it here as a prop. Of course I own it. I'm rich. Can you call the Larry for... Can we call you Larry? No, I'm Lord Ereban, Patrick. Can I call you P-Edge for short? Huh? Probably not. You should get a recliner. Oh, should I? Greedo? Maybe you should stop being so greedy. God, who is the one that's putting all of these jokes into my mind right now? I don't like them. I feel like it's someone out there. Loud Araboom. Private investigator. I will remember your name forever. Don't you forget. Someone not funny. Thank you, Shogun of Harlem. Exactly. These are not jokes. These are not jokes, and therefore I am not funny, intentionally. All right, Ereban, are we your new hive mind? Huh. You know, I never thought of it that way. Bingle Bells? Actually, that's not who said it. Deathwind 25. You actually might have something there. Because technically, I am communicating with all of you through psionic power, and I am reading all of your minds, and I do hear you there, Kazferin. Yes. Stop it. I think we are a little hive mind here. Ha ha, Leah! You're hilarious. Of course, yes. You can always do that if you'd like. Is Ereban your first or last name? La Cosa Nostra. What do you think? Yes, Cables? Fruit smoothies. His first name is Lord. Yes. Lord is his first name. Thank you for repeating me. Great, don't read mine. I'm picturing you naked. Rhaegor, of course you were. You think I didn't know that? That's why I didn't say anything. Then you said it out loud, and I had to repeat it to the general public. Great. Now they're seeing me out loud. What? Did that even make sense? Now they're seeing me naked. Or nude. Lord Squidward, yeah, Baron Pike. Come say that to my face. Can you do movie guy voice? Dr. Sparks, who is movie guy voice? What does that even mean? What am I thinking now if you can read minds? Good one, Casil. That was very funny. Squid for supper? Lord Ereban, you're so short you make Lily look tall. That's not untrue, random guy. I can't actually disregard that comment and say you're wrong. Are you from L.A., Ereban, says Jubal. From Lord Erebania? Yes. Yes, I am. A valiant effort to stretch it out, says Changebox. Los Angelban. All right. Lord Squidward. Listen, Greedo, don't say things that others say just because you think they're funny, because they're not. They're very hurtful, especially to me. Finally, everyone, as we come to a close here, I want to thank you all, those of you that have shared tonight's show. Those of you that have not, I really do ask you, please share it, okay? We need more people watching the show, because me and Milo want more friends. And remember, I'll be joining you in your social conversation around the game. Now, it's time to rejoin our adventure.
Woo! And we're back. I want to thank some people showing us love. Elusive Treat, TK421, King McQueed, Confusing Wookie, and Changebox, lots of others. Thank you for those balloons. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
We appreciate you appreciating us. All right, so we pick up the bottom of the round. The ogre just attempted to do anything and was thwarted. Now it is going to take a swing. Actually, it's going to do something called tackle.
Oh, no.
Which is, you have to roll a strength saving throw, Fahima.
One of your definite strengths.
But have you read my 19-page character backstory?
I actually have.
I'm gonna hand you a copy, make you read it, and you lose, you skip the next round of combat. But you can attack me for double damage after that, because you read about all my weaknesses.
Nice.
Okay, and there's no save or anything, it's just an automatic lose a turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And that can be used as a reaction, I guess? It doesn't say, okay.
well, it just says next time an enemy attacks you.
Right.
That is now.
Thank you, Saber Gamer.
Okay, we will say that has used your reaction.
Yes.
Oh, thank you, Drew.
The other ogre is incapacitated.
For a minute, and this is maybe 3
10
more
rounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so we are back to the top of the round. That would be Civ.
At the top of the round,
Yep.
Going out of in a blaze of glory. Your friends are being overwhelmed. They just can't take the attacks coming at them. Time to step it up and intervene. You shout, "It's me you want!" And all enemies within 100 feet must make a DC 18 Wisdom save or attempt to attack only you for the next round.
Ooh.
It doesn't say whether it's an action, and I figured if it was just yelling.
Sure. How many feet was it?
100.
Okay.
Well, these guys are more than 100 away.
Yeah, it's pretty much all the orcs.
This one's dead. This one, these three, I would say.
But they might be
That's
just
a
about
James.
100.
Oh, that's
That's a James. Okay, so these
But
two
there
are
is a
not.
guy. Yeah, there's the guy next to him. So that's
And they have to make what saves?
Wisdom
saves?
18 or higher.
All right.
Wow, that's high.
That one failed.
Ah.
That one failed. And that one failed. I did have advantage from that guy named Rodney, but it was countered by change box. So they all failed.
Cool.
So they all have to try to attack you.
For this next round, yep.
Okay.
Okay.
I am going to shake myself out of my weird stupor that I was in for quite some time, put the bow away, draw out the short sword, and they're within 5 feet of each other, aren't they?
Yes.
That's aggravating.
Well, this is actually a good time for me to talk about this DM force of evil that came from Twinsen. It's a power of Jeff. You are the best DM, we love you. But this is a force of evil, so your monsters must suffer. For this round, all enemies must attack the player that is farthest from them, even if it means they take a tax of opportunity.
Wow.
So that's probably a good time to even have that come off because
Yeah.
these guys have to attack Uggo anyway.
Right.
So now all the other ones do too.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
Wow.
So, since I can't really run away from them because they'll all get attacks of opportunity on
Yeah.
then I'm gonna spin to win. As an action, you can make one melee attack against all creatures within reach of your melee weapon.
Okay.
Roll with your left hand.
I know. My
Add
hand's in my
+2 to your
pocket.
attack roll.
Do I have anything?
You do. You have advantage from Red Robin.
Sweet. Thanks, Red Robin. It's cocked. That's a nat 1. And a 9. Plus plus 9 is 18.
On the orc?
Yeah.
That hits.
Okay. And then my second attack. Do I have advantage on that?
You do from Persephone.
Thank you, Persephone. It's even higher, so that hits.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna, this card, Never Give Up, Never Surrender. The amulet will not let you give anything else but your best. On your next damage roll, roll your hit die until you roll the highest possible roll. If it's a D8, it's an 8. Count how many times you have to roll until you get it and add that number to your damage.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna get crazy.
So that's 3, plus 6 is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points of damage to the first dude.
All right.
And then the second dude,
14 points of damage.
Oh, yeah, you're surrounded.
yep, is gonna take 9 points of damage. And my Fibonacci numbers goes off.
What?
So they take an extra 1 psychic and 3 psychic. So the first guy takes an extra 1 point of damage, and the second guy takes an extra 3 points of damage.
Okay.
Wow. Wow.
Now I'm trying to do everything with my left
This
hand.
one with the sword is very close to death.
Okay.
Bloodied. You spin around, slicing and dicing. The power of the amulet infusing you with extra energy. Blood flying everywhere. The other one, this one hasn't really been damaged too much, but.
Okay.
All right, so that was Civ, so we're up to Lily.
Okay, so I'm at the top of the difficult terrain thing right there, right?
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna move, because that's dead. I'm gonna move to try and get within 60 feet of that ogre. I believe I can do that.
With the ogre that's next to Fahima?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
So you gotta move to there, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You can move 25, right?
Yeah.
You can't quite get to 60 feet.
Okay,
of it.
then I will use movement. Eat a small candy. Freshens my breath, taste of butterscotch. Ooh, animate. Weird combo. And gain a second move action.
Yeah.
So
you don't want to go all the way though.
No, I'll just move
to the edge of range.
basically to the edge of range.
Gotcha.
Thank you, Amashon. And then I will cast Shatter, but I'm going to cast it on the front, so it's a 10-foot radius. So I want to put it on a point focus in front of the ogre that's not going to hit Fahima.
Okay. So about here.
Yeah, 10-foot. Yeah,
Right.
cube. Oh my gosh, I realize I don't have to sit on
My shadow cube.
You got a shatter cube. It's actually a circle, not a cube.
Well, there's a cube on here too.
Yeah, it's a template.
I see a cube now.
Yeah.
Yep. So about right here.
Okay.
Yep.
So
Perfect circle inside of it.
I'll cast it at.
What?
I mean, I'll cast it at 4th level.
Go for
Why
it, babe.
not?
Go for
Big
it.
old shatter.
So 15 con save.
All right.
It's gonna be pretty high, but
Yeah.
Never know.
Do
Never
they
know.
still take half damage if they?
yes.
Okay.
I do have advantage from that guy named Rodney, but it was countered by change box. I rolled a 3.
Oh!
8.
Yes.
That
did
does
not save.
not save.
Yeah. Roll
Yeah.
your damage.
Roll all that damage.
Okay, so 3d8. No, wait, it's more than that. 5d8.
Yeah.
With
Bless
my
you.
left hand. With my left hand. Okay.
That is gonna be a loud shatter.
8. 11
11.
plus 18, 22.
Total. Or-
22.
22 points damage?
Yep.
Okay, so an incredible sonic explosion erupts in this point. And Fahima standing there looking past the ogre, what you see is a ripple of sound. And it blasts, and you see the ogre who just was stabbed by you and attempted to tackle you but couldn't turn and take it. This incredibly loud blast right just 20 feet in front of it. It hits the edge of this thing and it just goes back, its neck snapping from the concussion. It cracking and breaking and falling to the ground right in front of you. And you hear this blast and the wave of force kind of comes up right to you and recedes. And this thing crumples and falls to the ground.
Nicely done, Lily.
Air high five.
Oopsies.
Wow.
All right. Does that complete your turn, Lily?
Yep.
All right, we are up to
Lily's a little in shock.
the fighters who all have to attack the thing furthest from them, mostly Uggo.
Yeah.
These guys are gonna try to run by Civ. You're gonna take attacks, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of a confusing thing because I have a card that allows me to do attack of opportunity on anybody that runs past me.
Yeah.
I also have tag team, which means he also gets attacks of opportunity as well.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Oh, it does.
Okay. So do you want us to do those first?
So the card allows you to take multiple attacks of opportunity.
Yes.
Yeah. And the tag team allows you both to take multiple attacks
Yes.
of opportunities. Let's do it. Let's see if these things even survive the trip.
I don't think they're going to.
I really don't think they're gonna.
But you're gonna enjoy rolling, right?
One of them certainly isn't.
So do you want to deal out advantage, disadvantage?
Sure. You have advantage from Amoshan Civ, and
Thank
Uggo,
you.
you have advantage from Mr. Mudmass.
All right, we got a high five 2 times.
Pow! Pow!
I
So
have advantage, yes?
Yes.
24 for the first one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a full penalty.
Okay. And you rolled with your right hand.
I'm reminding everyone else. And now,
23 for the second one.
Okay.
cool, I have a card.
Weird, you do?
The next 2-hit roll you fail,
Yeah.
which I just did
Uh-huh.
spectacularly, re-roll it. If
Okay.
you succeed, you'll find 20 gold in your back pocket.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use my left hand this time to re-roll this one.
This is the joy I'm getting this episode. The left-handedness.
All right. But the attack doesn't succeed. You just get 20 gold in your back pocket.
If the attack succeeds,
Oh, okay.
then I get 20 gold in my back pocket.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the attack
Win,
is
win.
16.
On the orc, that's a miss.
Okay.
Ooh.
Are they moving at the same time or do they move individually?
They'll move individually.
Great. Then I will sneak attack the second one.
Yeah, the one who's almost dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
the first one is going to take 9 points of damage.
Okay.
And then the second one will take.
Second one attack is
Because of the card, you get an attack of opportunity against each one. It doesn't use.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You've already used your reaction.
Yeah.
it's because he's got 2 different cards.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
They're working in
Gosh.
tandem with
Yep.
each other.
Wow.
27.
That's a hit. Hit.
How many over his AC is that? Because I get extra
10.
damage. Cool. So 10 extra damage on that one.
Oh my God.
Gosh.
That's on the first one or the second one?
The second one. The first
Okay.
one I missed.
All right.
The second one takes 25 points of
The
damage.
second one tried to walk past you,
He is so dead.
and it is.
Does 17 hit the first one?
Yeah.
Okay, then I would have hit the first one because I had an inspiration that I forgot to use.
Okay. So the second one is a bloody mess.
Well, it takes
Or-
another 19. So.
Yeah.
And then the
It
first
is-
one-
I mean, Civ stabbed it walking by. The amulet flash, somehow Ugo was there, stabbed it walking by. He was just walking. That's all he
And
wanted to
the
do.
first one takes 20 damage from me.
Okay.
Well, because I went full attack on him.
Right.
Is he still ticking?
This one's still ticking, but I haven't added any damage from you yet.
Oh, that was the first guy.
Yeah,
Nine.
first
9.
one. Only 9?
Only 9.
Okay, no,
'Cause
he's
I-
still ticking.
Yeah, I snuck attacked the second guy.
Snuck attack?
Snuck.
Snuck,
It's a classic snuck attack.
Classic snuck attack.
as opposed to a snug attack.
I like a snack stack.
Oh, nice.
Snuck
All
attack
right.
is like when you get a little hug and you're not expecting.
So this thing has managed to continue walking, which is not easy in this crazy environment. And it's going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
55.
He can use the rage, his
Yeah.
racial thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's going to swing at you, but he hits your
Oh, he's got to make a perception roll.
perception roll.
Yeah.
What is that? You have a mirror
Perception
image?
check of 15. It's a doppelganger confusion.
Right.
You do have advantage from Grim Fated, but is countered by Change Box. Rolled an 18.
Perception?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so it hits that one, but it kills the doppelganger.
Okay. What did it have to? It got an 18. What did it have to hit?
No, never mind. That does hit me. It's
Yeah.
the other way around. I apologize.
Apology accept.
So it does have multi-attack. So the first one, 4. Second one, oh, that's better. That is 23 to hit.
Yep.
And that is going to be... 8 points of piercing damage.
So 4.
4. How are you looking?
You're still pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah. I got to rage early, so.
Right.
All right. There's one standing in front of you, but it has to attack the thing furthest from it. It's probably gonna go for Fahima. But you already used your reaction, or that's a
No,
card?
I don't get those. Apparent to him, they're not reactions. So
Okay,
we
so you
get
can use a
Which
reaction.
means he also gets one.
Yeah, we both.
High five again.
High five!
High fives.
Oh,
High fives.
man. Chaos. All right.
Advantages?
Yeah, Civ, you have advantage from Z-Man 9018, and Ugo, you have advantage from Queso Gato.
Thank you, Queso Gato.
Ooh.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Any cards for double rolls?
Yeah, I got 2 17s. Probably not. I think I used mine when I had one like that.
If you get to roll, I mean, I have a doubles one, if
For you, right?
Yes, yeah, it's for me.
Yeah.
Not for anybody.
14.
11 points of damage from me.
Okay,
14 to hit, so I didn't hit.
that didn't hit. 11 points of damage
Yes.
is the... All right. Okay, so this one's gonna try to, it's not gonna be able to get to Fatima from where it is, but
60p, right?
15, 20, 25, 30, 35,
Throw a
40,
javelin.
45, 50, 55. Oh yeah, I can throw a javelin.
Thanks, Morgan.
I mean, it has to.
Yeah, I can throw a javelin.
I lose because of my card. I lose my reaction on the next turn, so I won't be able to.
It's a 22 to hit.
That
I won't be able to do
hits.
the attacks opportunity.
But
with
I'm going to
you
use
on
my
the next
Don't At Me card to deflect one ranged attack directed at me.
Okay.
On a DC 12 check, it hits my target, I can deflect it to somewhere else, or otherwise it lands elsewhere hitting nothing. So,
DC 12, that
guess-
you roll or I roll?
I think me, it just says on a DC 12 check, no modifiers, it hits your target. Because I'm redirecting it.
Okay.
So
So roll above a 12.
Hit that ogre.
Ye gods! That's a 3. So it doesn't hit anyone. It just deflects.
Okay.
Thank you, Mickey Wolf.
All right, so this hits. That would be 8 points of damage.
Wait, what?
Oh no, but she
deflected it.
deflected it. She just couldn't get to
I
deflect
just
it to
couldn't
where
direct
she wanted.
it to someone else.
That's
Oh, I
what
see,
that
I see,
DC
but
was.
it still misses.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that does not hit.
Okay. Yeah.
I believe all of the orcs that are still alive have
Yes.
gone.
Except for the paralyzed boy.
He's an ogre.
Yeah.
I mean,
goes
ogre.
last.
Yeah.
And we are up to Behemoth's turn. I'll go, you're after that.
Cool.
Okay, so at this point, I look pretty bad. I'm like limping, my clothes are torn, I have bruises, and it's all from the amulet. All of it. All of it's from the amulet. No one has hit me. It's all from evils.
The warriors have been very
It is so
contained.
mean. It is so mean.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm gonna snatch the horn, if I may, if it doesn't use an action.
you can step on it. Sure, he fell over with it.
Yeah, I wanna snatch his horn.
Oh, snatch it. I think you said snap.
Yeah, just grab it on my
Okay.
way to him,
Okay.
and
You'll wake him up if you hurt him.
I know. And I know that grappling is also an attack. So what I want to do is, does he have a horn?
No, just the one.
Okay. I'm stowing the horn in my coat. I want to use some rope and just try to bind him with it.
Okay.
If that's not it, I don't want to attack him to wake him up.
I mean,
It's not an attack. You have to do damage to him to win.
Yeah, you actually have to do damage.
But grappling, I looked it up too, is also an attack.
It's not an attack.
It's-
Only if you
It's
do
damage.
damage.
It
Yeah.
takes damage.
Oh, for your spell.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, got it. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, so then I guess for my action, I will
yeah, you can
Try to time.
put ropes around
try to
around this thing. Yeah.
try to grapple him.
It is standing there, magically transfixed by the
Hypnotic
Pattern of lights.
pattern. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Northern Lights.
And I'm trying to bind him up real good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just roll a dexterity check for me. You've got advantage from Mickey Wolf 19, but it was countered by Lambent Zerker. Let's just see how well
Inspiration.
these
Yes.
these ropes are
Wait.
on.
You said just a straight dex?
Just straight dex.
It's an 11 plus my dex, which is +1, so 12. I'm using my Bardic Inspiration to add another 4.
16.
16?
16.
Okay, yeah, you get the ropes around this enormous ogre pretty well. It is standing there still looking at these beautiful, twirling, twisting, wispy lights in front of its eyes. It doesn't even notice as you walk around it with the rope and cinch it on its arms. So it is roped.
Yeah, and I'm also going to use the rest of my movement to just get further back.
Okay,
Back here.
all right. Ogo, your turn.
Okay. Okay, first one. I guess the plan we were doing is no longer happening. So now that I finally get to go,
Best laid plans.
It
Best
could,
laid plans.
it could.
I am going to go ahead and step 5 feet and attack that guy twice, 3 times.
3 times.
Yeah, attack.
This is gone?
No, still there. Didn't hit it. So I've got the resin and.
That's
shards
right.
of
Oh,
glass.
that's right.
So I'm going to take a attack action, which is 2 attacks, and then with dual wielding, I get a bonus action.
Okay.
One
this
punch.
hand with 1 punch. So advantages, disadvantages.
Yes, you have advantage from Queso Gato.
Thank you, Queso Gato. Oh, I thought I was going to roll with that right
With
hand.
glass hands. Like Jean-Claude Van Damme. Oh, no.
Oh no! All right, first one's a miss. I'm going to take.
You have advantage from Gorban Played.
Okay, I'm going to take a full reduction for this one. Yes.
Oh, double
17s.
Wow.
That's
That's not
21.
21 to hit.
That's hits, yeah.
Okay, and then my bonus action.
You have an advantage from Reno. Hey.
Right now. 17.
Yeah, 17.
That hits.
Perfect. So I'm doing 46
Yep.
plus
What's your strength and rage?
the rage stuff. So 6, 12 plus 22.
46 plus 22.
Yep.
All right, roll it up.
Yep.
Does he have more than 22?
Oh, because of the reckless thing? Okay.
Because I went reckless on my first
46.
one. And what I hit with. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 31.
Plus 22.
No, 31.
Oh, 31 total.
31 total.
All right, so you bring your hands up covered in shards of broken glass, resin stuck to it like big bulbous mitts, and you take whoom, whoom, clocking this orc across the face, the glass tearing into flesh, blood splattering, and you catch the jaw. You see a tear open. You can see teeth and bone and tusk underneath, and it turns back and looks at you with blood in its eye, and you take a second swing and you get it in the neck.
Oh!
And you catch the artery here, and its blood sprays on you, casting an arc in the sky, and this thing goes blood gushing from its face, from the hole that you created with the first punch, and it falls to its knees and then falls over in front of you, dying at your feet.
Nice.
Yikes. Great.
Yuck.
Yeah, that's my turn. So.
I got
All right.
So I guess
I have movement, right?
You have movement, and
So I'll
James, you'd be
move 5.
next.
Yes.
Let's go ahead, and I'll move up to the other orc.
Up to this one.
Yep.
He's near me.
All right. So James, you're up.
Yes. So first off, the Force of Evil, Gloom and Blind, be both from Queso Gato goes off. My vision is clouded in an existential fog as I question whether or not what I put out into the world has made it a better place. I'm blind and roll with disadvantage for 1 round of combat. However, since I know that orc is right near me, I've got another force of good, Meep's Revenge from Scully's My Homegirl. As like Meep was attacked in Shantytown, so is one enemy of your choice. As a bonus action, 3 magic missiles fly out of the amulet at any enemy of my choice, dealing 1d4 plus 1 damage per missile, and as each missile hits, it creates the sound Meep. So he's gonna take a magic missile attack for 3d4, which are just auto hit, as we know.
Yep.
That's 2, 3. Jeez. That's 8. And yes, 13 points of force damage from that magic missile attack to that guy.
All right.
I'm blind, so I'd like to try and like move away from him if that's possible.
All right.
Yes. Is that attack of opportunity thing still going on?
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will still try to move away from him.
Okay.
Towards the cannon. Towards, yeah.
Let's. I mean, you have a general sense of where the cannon is, but let's say you're blind.
You want me to make like an intelligence check?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Let's. You do have advantage from Fallstar that was countered by Grim Faded.
Fallstar and Grim Faded. That is a 11.
11. Okay, so let's just roll me a d12.
Okay, got it.
We'll find out what direction you run.
4.
Oops, upside down. 4 is
Probably clockwise.
right here. So you run into it.
Oh.
That still doesn't count as an attack of opportunity, does it? If I actually run closer to it.
Out of his
Yeah.
attack.
All right. That was a fail. If I literally run into it, will you allow me an action to try to shock and grasp him? Almost. I still have
you have an action
I
left?
haven't used my action yet.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll literally.
You blindly run and
I'll
you hit
attack with
an orc.
disadvantage because I'm blind.
You don't. Yes, you don't know. You run into an orc.
You don't know.
Could be Ugo.
Right.
Ooh.
Yeah,
do
because
you
Ugo's
know?
right there.
The orc was still closest to me. I will like take my chances, but I'm blind, so I'll do it with disadvantage.
Yes.
Or unless I'm.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Also, if he ran into Ugo, I'd be like, James, what are you doing?
Exactly. You're not saying anything? I get the sense you are not a friend of mine.
hunting now?
No, that's a 9.
Oh.
All right, so that does not hit.
So I try to.
You
Yeah.
added a +2.
Electricity
Sorry,
crackling from your
I
fingers
can't.
when you wildly swing them.
Yeah, it's only an 11 then.
Blind.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are up to Ogre, who is still paralyzed and roped.
It's a shocking sight.
No, nothing. Nothing from the ogre.
Miss.
So we're top of the round, Civ.
Oh, all right.
You don't have your reaction anymore.
Is there just the one
I don't
guy
have my
left?
reaction for this turn.
Other
this turn?
than-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that spell is so powerful.
Which one?
So,
Well,
Hypnotic-
intelligent characters will just go over and do this, and then you wake up.
right.
Powerful
So
for
if this ogre
dum-dums.
was smart, he would go over and tap his friend, and he would wake up.
Because
Right.
you can
Because
probably
you can see the thing. Yeah.
You sacrifice another monster's action,
Right.
and you can wake him up.
Also,
Right.
two
Also
other people
hitting
failed.
Lily. Hitting
Right.
Lily and making her fail a concentration check.
Right, it is a concentration spell
yeah,
as well.
hit the
When in doubt,
spellcaster.
hit Lily.
I'll keep that in mind.
Okay.
That came from the person who supposed
Yeah,
to
yeah,
Just
wow.
saying.
You know how all your other jokes on this show come true?
Um,
I'm gonna need another
Yeah.
dungeon rundown with Jared.
30. This is difficult terrain. Yeah.
Yes.
35, 40, 45, 50. You know what? I'll just use my racial ability. I'm ignoring this orc.
Okay.
I'm gonna climb up onto the cannon and
Yep.
start to try to figure out how to sabotage said cannon.
Okay.
Unless you tell me there's like powder charges or something up here.
Nothing readily available that would seem to be.
Okay, so then I'm
But roll me a perception check.
great.
Or investigation.
Oh yeah, investigation's even better. Advantage from the Carson.
Left-handed.
Whoa.
Wow, wow, wow. That
You have advantage from the Carson.
Thank you, Carson. My perception is better. You still want me to use investigation?
yeah, I
Okay.
think that's a better.
Then 16.
Sorry, you're a rogue. I just
So, you notice immediately on it as you climb up the side a familiar stamp that you saw long, long ago.
What?
It says, "Intellectual property, Cardinal Urtenford.
Confirm.
Steal under penalty of most heinous death."
Wow.
Okay.
There it is.
It's an
I knew he
Urtenford
wasn't
original.
dead. I knew it.
So it is magical then. I can deduce that. Was
No, it is not magical.
Were Urtenford's stuff, Urtenford's, oh, man. Urtenford's, were his automatons, were those magical?
No,
Those are
all
like
They were
mechanical.
mechanical, clockwork creatures.
Okay.
Robots.
All
Do I
of it.
see,
Robots.
do I see gears then?
You do see everything is sort of contained, but this thing has taken some damage. You can hear movement inside it, and you can see that it's got moving parts.
Where's a Jerry Trainer boomerang when you need it?
Is there exposed moving parts, or is there a panel? Is there some way for me to get access to?
This entire chassis is metal, and whatever is happening inside it is making some sort of a humming and moving sound, but everything is contained.
Okay.
I would say the investigation is probably your action,
Right. Okay.
but if there's anything else you'd like to do, let me know.
Is it dark?
It's getting there. It's getting close.
Can I roll a perception check for what is
take care of
in
that
this
ogre.
area besides the cannon? And that can be my essentially my bonus
Sure.
action or whatever.
You've got advantage from Northern Baker.
Hey, Northern Baker.
17.
Yeah, you see component parts like cartridges almost that look like they're loaded in, and then rocks and piles of things that are broken on the back here. Looks like they've slammed into the side with these enormous ogre strength, breaking things off using them. There's bits of hunks of steel that look like they were perhaps used, and then they ran out of that, so they just started using hunks of rock.
Yeah. But I don't see how this thing gets fired off. There's no lever, there's no switch.
There is definitely a mechanism by which you pull back, move something over, and
Great.
put it in place. Yeah, there's definitely a mechanism.
I'm gonna go to said mechanism.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start investigating it on how to disable the mechanism.
Okay.
So if there's a lever, can I remove the lever? Can I break the gears?
Right.
And that can be the rest of my turn.
Sure. You start that process, and we move to Lily.
Okay,
Well, I think that's gonna run out in like 2 turns. The
You're-
hypnotic pattern.
Something. It's been a few. I mean,
Yeah, you did the first round, right? I don't know how many rounds we've done, but
Yeah.
it's been a few.
It's close. I mean, it's 10, but I don't think we're
But
there
like
yet.
10 rounds?
rounds?
We haven't done
Yeah.
10.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're only like
We're not even
the
close
third or
to 10.
fourth.
It's a-
round.
No, it's been a few.
Well, it's a minute, right?
That's 10
Yeah, that'd be
rounds.
10 rounds, yeah.
I've only done 3 turns.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's only been like 3 or 4 rounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, well then.
That'll be crazy like that.
I will turn to this orc and I will viciously mock it.
Love it.
Just feel useful. Looking around, not knowing what to do. So he has to make a check.
All right.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
I do have advantage from Grim Fated, but it was countered by Changebox. My wisdom save is 15.
That saves.
Woohoo!
Nada.
Fine. And then I will, I'm just gonna yell out, Fahima, get away from the ogre!
Why?
Because we're gonna have to take care of it.
I thought we could keep it alive for questioning. How to...
That
Destroy.
rope's not gonna hold it.
Dumbest thing to talk to.
I think Uggo might have a point.
Even dumber than me. Would you say something?
Orcs turns.
Be nice to yourself.
We got dead orcs. We got one alive orc who's gonna take a swing.
I tried to insult it, but it didn't work.
It didn't work.
Surrounded by.
There's only one living orc left.
Yes.
Correct.
What,
It
the one living? There's 2.
No, no.
That's a
Oh,
ogre
I
and an orc.
see. I got it.
Dead.
I got it.
This thing is gonna make a break for it.
Wow.
He's also going to get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah. But not from.
And if I hit him, then his speed drops to 0.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. Because I will take an attack of opportunity on him as well. I have a force of good, the power of might, power of right from Pytyrus Stormblade. Perform a combination move with the player closest to you, both rolling dice together for hit and then damage, taking the highest to use as your rolls. If at any point you two rolled the same number, add a d6 of additional damage for this righteous combo move.
All right.
That triggers when you do an opportunity attack?
I assume so if it's a combination move of the, I mean, because we're both going to take an opportunity attack right next to him.
Fair to me.
Do we have any advantages, either of us?
James, you have advantage from TK421, and Uggo, you have advantage from the Carson.
Whoever gets highest,
We
we
take
get
that roll?
Yeah.
Great.
Oh.
I got an nat 20.
Okay, well, that wasn't me. 'Cause I got a 7 and a 2. So, yes.
That's a nat 20, and we
Speed
didn't
becomes
roll
0.
any doubles. So
Wait,
no
does
doubles.
speed becomes 0 even though you didn't hit him?
We both take your roll.
We both take the highest roll, so
Yes.
we both get a
Okay.
nat 20.
Gotcha.
Which means crit.
That's right. Yeah. I mean,
Why do I even try?
Jeff,
What?
I choose, if my attack kills him,
Yeah.
I choose to put him at 0.
Okay.
oh, okay. Mine is just a dagger, so it's just 2d4. 9 points of piercing
Oof.
damage.
Okay.
I've just been like, you're dumb. And then I've been like,
28.
28 points of damage?
37 total.
So that
Holy
puts him below
moly.
0, then I want to put him at 0.
Yeah, it does.
I want to put him at 0.
Okay.
Which just means he's not
Non-lethal.
dead. He's
Right,
not
Right,
conscious.
yep. All
I
right.
got one we can question.
So orcs are smarter than the ogre. Get rid of the ogre.
Debatable.
Well,
Kill the ogre.
maybe not a time for debate right now.
I kind of need to know because I think I'm about to do something.
Just wait.
Okay.
Give us a moment. Give me 1 moment. I'm in like.
I'm going to come over there and
in the
hold him
gears.
down for you.
It is Fahima's turn.
Okay.
You can hold your
Please
turn till
don't.
my turn.
Please don't
Next.
wake him up.
What?
Please don't wake him up.
No, of course not. So he's the only one who's alive.
Correct.
All right.
Well, this guy's alive but
Conscious.
unconscious.
Sure.
Just saying, you could hold your turn till I go, and then you can do your thing. I'm just saying.
We don't know what she
But
wants
I
to
don't
do.
know
though.
what you want to do. I don't know
just
what
told you I
want.
was come hold him down for you.
Oh, sure.
I want to mention that the candles are all lit.
Ooh.
I rolled a 2. That's a card for
Oh,
Fahima
yay.
from the community.
Thank you, candles. Do the stew. After an extreme activity, nothing hits the spot like a warm bowl of mountain stew. As an action, restore 2d8 health after eating a refreshing bowl. Coming soon, Mountain Stew Extreme.
Nice.
Awesome. Thank you
All right.
You
so
could do
much.
that right now to heal.
I would, but I think we're nearing the end here. Okay, well,
Bold words. Fahima. Bold words.
then I will hold
Oh, wow.
I will hold.
Okay.
I trust Uggo. I do. I know.
You gonna hold your action?
I'm gonna hold my action. I have to tell you what spell I want to hold, though, right?
You want to tell me what action you want to hold, yeah, and what condition you want it to be triggered in.
Can you even get to
She
me in
also
one turn?
couldn't she also delay her turn completely?
No, usually if you hold it, you're holding an action, you're readying an action.
It has to go off.
And it has to be triggered by
before her next turn.
Yeah, and it has to be triggered by something that she says now.
Okay.
You know what? I don't want to put too much thought into this, because, you know. So I'm gonna just conjure some thick shackles
Okay.
and attach those to him.
Nice.
All right.
On top of the rope.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why take chances?
Rope, shackles,
Yep. Just like some
Harness.
big, thick metal.
underwear on his head.
Give him a huge wedgie.
Cement shoes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so you
a toilet and give him a
conjure
swirly.
big, thick metal shackles. You slap them on this creature who's still like,
All right. Well, that'll have to suffice for now.
all right. So combat is effectively over.
Yes.
You have 2 living creatures. Unless you would like to do something.
No, yeah, I was gonna move.
Well, go ahead.
Okay. So Uggo's gonna move up to the cannon
Okay.
and use standing out in the crowd. Can I have your dice?
All of them?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
What? What do you mean?
Uggo, what are you doing?
Civ is on the cannon. He's on it.
Sam, you might want to get off the cannon.
Get off the cannon.
Oh, no.
Okay. So.
What are
grab
you-
his hand-
what you doing?
Help me. Okay, so I stand out in the crowd. There are so many dice to roll, but only certain numbers immediately catch your eye. Grab as many dice as you can fit in your hands and roll them. Count how many max, 20 on a d20, 12 on a d12, so on and so forth, and 1 rolls you get. Add the number of max rolls to a damage roll, or use the number of 1 rolls as healing. You may decide after rolling.
I don't even know what you said, but I'm excited for this.
These in my hands. As many as you can, please.
This is what
I
happens.
have very big hands. That's a coin.
What do you guys want to do?
Just pour them in my hand.
I'm doing it. I'm helping.
I'm just gonna like, Civ, how are these ropes?
Okay,
It's
I
good to
think
tie
it's
good knots.
math.
Yeah, it's not.
I'm going to, actually, I'm gonna pick his pocket.
Ooh, good.
It says hands plural.
Right.
Yeah, it's this hand plural.
Both hands,
Sure
yeah.
does. I think that's probably about it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, you're maxed out.
This is insanity.
So now
Insanity.
Whoa!
You didn't want to do it in your roll box?
Did you roll with your left
This
hand,
is
Ron?
nuts.
They rolled with
I'm gonna go get a
hands.
You know
drink.
how you always tell
I know.
Adrian he's lost control of the cast?
There's
You've
a
now
one.
lost control.
I learned it by watching this.
This is the most chaotic episode we've ever had.
This is
Six.
pretty chaotic.
There's a 1.
For people who this is your first time watching, it's not normally like
There's
this.
some
What are we just looking for? One?
Ones and maxes.
There's a 1. I'm
gonna-
not seeing
So
So pick
many
up anything
maxes.
that's not max.
I'm gonna remove all the
6.
others.
6 on a 6.
I'm not helping.
6 on a
6 on a
6.
6.
6 on a
Got a
6.
6 on a
Oh, here's a 4 on a 4.
That's a 6 on a 6.
Here's a 4 on a 4.
Katie over there. That's a 6 on a 6. Both
There's
of those are
ones.
6s. This is
Yeah,
a 6.
ones.
This is an 8. Oh,
So
no,
do
it's
I
10.
find anything on
There's
the
another
ogre?
6 on a 6.
Oh, you searched the ogre?
Yeah.
And
The one
that's
that's dead or the one that's restrained?
This one.
The one that's restrained.
This is a.
Oh, 6 on a 6.
You
wasn't even a
find a club.
This
you
is a 12 on a
find,
12.
remnants of rock and bone. This is not carrying.
That's the only thing you're looking for?
Yeah.
Yeah,
max.
maxes
Does it
and
appear
mins.
that other ogre was the
Anything
one
else
that
you
was
just
the-
grab to give
that
to
was
me.
leading them or in charge?
It does seem that way.
Okay.
So wait,
Anything else?
I'll go to him
Nada.
next
Nada.
and search him.
Cool.
I wish you would have rolled a 20.
So you
Unfortunately.
you search that other. She's already removed the horn.
Right.
He has, you know, a
48
sack
damage.
of stones on his belt.
Right.
He's got some loose raw meat in his pouch. There's not much.
There's no like orders or.
Well, one would assume these things can't read.
Loose raw meat is my least favorite band.
He clearly was under orders, but nothing written down.
Jared.
Thanks.
48 damage to the cannon.
48. All right. The cannon has actually taken quite a bit of damage.
Yes.
But it is, as you would expect from a giant metal reinforced object.
One moment, please.
How bad does the cannon look now?
So, Uggo, you walk up to it, and
Yeah.
the amulet flashes and blinks twice, and you unleash an incredible slam attack with both hands. It's as if shapes come pouring out of your hands. You smack this thing, and it rumbles. But, and it certainly, you feel a dent in the side, but it doesn't seem to have destroyed. I mean, there's so much force. The wheel kind of goes cockeyed and kind of comes off its hinges a bit, but the cannon itself is quite sturdy.
Yes.
You know, it's like walking up to a big metal cannon and trying to punch it.
Yeah,
you
for
know?
sure, of course.
I would like to, if I can, approach it and find where the stamp, as you said, I'll do a super nerdy thing and take a rubbing of the stamp. I will pull some parchment out, and I will just, you know, basically for my own records, do a recording of Erdenfurt's stamp.
Yeah.
Got some proof.
I don't need to hold it down. You have manacles on it.
Right.
Yes, but you said they're pretty dumb. So, Lily, how much longer can you hold this?
And not much longer.
Jeff, I go over to the orc, the other orc.
Yeah.
And I use my manacles, which I have.
Okay.
And put those on him.
All right.
Try to slap him awake.
Okay. Successful. Pop, 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 you pop. Slap him in the face.
Pick him up by his head.
How do you fire cannon?
Tell you nothing.
Jeff, I break one of his fingers.
What? We need information and fast.
Thanks.
Tell.
Kill you all. Go. Kill you all.
Ask him about Erdenfurt.
Army will come. When they hear no cannon fire, they will come. He will kill all of you. He will kill all of you.
I'm gonna attempt. I mean,
Hang on.
yeah.
1 moment. Hang on. Listen, you've had a hard day, obviously. So here's what I suggest. You're going to tell me everything you know about who made this cannon and how to operate it, and then you're going to take a long walk. You're gonna start walking home, and then whenever you get tired, you're just gonna lay down and go to sleep. But first, tell me everything, please.
Suggestion?
Yep.
I was like, what are you
I roll
doing?
Wisdom save of 15.
I have advantage from Grim Fated, but it was countered by a change box. I'm gonna pull one of my DM forces of good just to see if I can. This is from Grim Fated.
Before you read that, I'm just waiting for this ogre to wake up. So I'm just holding a short sword to his throat, and the second the spell wears off, I'm just gonna slit it.
Oof.
Whoa, if I see that, then I'll prepare a spell too.
I'm saying when this fizzles.
He's just preparing for when the fizzle happens.
You can cast a spell if you want.
16!
Hey, Jeff. Force of evil. Hey, wait a second. A force of evil pops out of the amulet when it should have been good. The amulet apologizes for this and makes the force of evil affect your enemies instead. I draw a force of evil. And then I can apply it to an enemy of my choice.
Okay.
So I would like to draw a DM force of evil.
A DM force of evil?
Yeah, or a force of evil, excuse me, I apologize. Force of evil, just regular force of evil.
Okay.
All right.
Wait, what? I'm so confused. How does it affect?
So I then choose which enemy it applies to.
But what about what you just rolled?
I rolled a 16 to save against his suggestion.
Oh, I see. It's following that.
My precious. You spot a ring on the ground with a slight.
It looks like a black card. Did I give you the wrong one?
Yes.
Oh, no, you're right. You're fooling me.
It's the ring. You become suspicious that everyone wants the ring and immediately attack another player and then flee.
What?
DM decides the manner in which you attack, but you must use your movement to run away after. When you realize it's something an old ring with Fred engraved on the inside. As a positive, it's worth 10 gold. So this applies to the orc.
Okay.
So he has to attack another one of his patriots, I guess,
Right.
and then flee.
So he'll try
You
to
decide
attack
the manner in the
other?
attack, and then I have to use my, and then must use his movement to run away after.
So the only other thing that it can attack is the ogre.
Right.
Which is gonna wake it up.
Yeah.
But you guys will get
didn't
attack.
Yeah, I was hoping it was a damage of some sort,
Well, no,
because
you
we've
guys-
gotten so much of that.
You'll get attacks of opportunity on him.
Right. Which,
Well,
I mean, I've got him by the
that's how you guys
manacles,
killed it.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and you also caused this to happen.
Yes.
Yes.
So, I'm gonna say he attacks this thing.
Ugh. Good God.
I was hoping it was a damage card.
I know.
And he hits.
Oh boy.
So that wakes this guy up. But he's manacled and
Yes.
roped.
Yes.
Yeah.
and I would like to now
Roll damage.
So
attack him.
I would also like to.
All right.
and then he has to attack and then flee was the other part
And
of
then
it.
flee as quickly as as far as he can.
Well, he's already used all his.
Right, is
Yeah.
movement. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you guys are now attacking the ogre.
Correct.
Okay. Kill it.
Do you want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
No, you go first.
Advantage,
Dang.
disadvantage.
You do have advantage.
Dang.
At TK421.
Thank you, TK.
He is manacled, so I don't know how much damage he did or what. Yeah.
Do manacles say if it takes like a DC what strength check
It's 20
to break them?
20
Yeah.
to break.
25
To
to hit.
hit, that hits.
Okay.
Let me see if this thing can break the manacle, just because it has a lot of strength.
I assume.
Yeah.
Are 7 behemoth and
It's a
60
20.
to me? Probably
20.
not.
You said it's 25 to break
Maybe.
manacle?
20.
Yeah, he rolled a 20, dirty 20.
Takes his action to do that.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
his action.
Well, but he attacked.
Right.
Oh, but it was driven by the card, so.
No, not that guy.
No, the ogre.
The ogre.
My manacles are on the orc.
Okay.
Well, but the ogre has manacles as well.
Yes. Okay, so the ogre broke his manacles, his magical Fahima manacles.
Yeah, but you just hit it.
For 24 points of damage.
Wow.
All right.
Does that kill him?
Yeah.
The deep cut.
It does?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
That
So as
was
soon as he
fast.
breaks free, just whoosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was waiting there with my sword to his throat.
Right.
So.
Oh yeah, I saw it. I was there with you.
So this thing is
Watching
dead.
She
Chad
totally
finish
did
it.
And as
too.
soon as he runs and attacks that, I'm obviously going to run after him and tackle him.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
I won't damage him, just putting him.
He's
to the
got
ground.
no hit points anyway. He's,
Yeah.
Put him to sleep.
So then, if I do damage to him, I will put him at 0.
Okay.
So does he fall unconscious at that point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which
Sleeper hold him,
can just
basically.
wake him back up, basically.
Wow. Wow.
I'm going to go back to what I was doing.
Can't wake
Because I'm
him
going
back.
to the
If you're
firing
stable at
mechanism
zero,
of the
you're
cannon.
not conscious.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out if I can sabotage it with just my tools. And if
Right.
not, I have another idea where I could stuff Stretch Armstrong in there and possibly damage it with acid.
Nice.
So
Okay.
you tell me, is acid going to be more effective in this situation?
Definitely.
Okay.
Nice. So I'll try and help Civ investigate it or something
Okay.
and look for weak points.
Yeah.
Should I roll an investigation check myself?
Sure.
Again?
You've got advantage from TK421.
Thank you, TK421.
Again, if you're going to damage this, I can reduce it so that
I'll go
Or
drops
it'll
out
be a
of,
bit more effective.
out of rage.
Yeah.
And I take 15 points of damage.
Okay.
That's, go ahead.
22 investigation check.
All right. You guys are able to discern there are certain structural places on this thing that it looks like are operable. It looks like there are mechanisms to actually force this thing to, you place the ordnance inside it, you move it. It's a fairly mechanical thing. It has these cartridges. It's very advanced. It's not the typical light a fuse, blow up a cannon.
Right, but there's
Right.
got to be something that fires it and propels the.
That's exactly what this situation on the side is all about. And it's pretty clear that by pouring acid into this, it would cause some major problems.
Okay.
And in fact, you may be able to cause whatever fires the ordnance out of it to blow up on the inside by, putting something inside it or causing an explosion in the interior of this thing.
Would you like a digit to pour it inside so we're not near it if it blows up?
Sure.
Meep can also breathe acid into it.
Friends,
That's an interesting idea.
he did say that if they didn't hear the cannon firing, they would send more troops
Yeah, we need to
soon,
move.
So I would say we should move fast.
All right, Jeff. I'm going to use meditation motivation. Sudden calm washes over you through the amulet. Basically, I get a short rest,
Okay,
immediate short rest.
great.
And then I'm going to, do you feel me now? Feel my pain. You may take as much self-inflicted damage as you choose of any type of damage you can do with up to your maximum hit points. Any one enemy within 60 feet takes the same amount. No saves or mitigation from the source of either you or the enemy. So I'm going to take the short rest to roll 4d12.
I'm probably over
Yeah.
there, just to be fair.
Yeah, everybody's
We're all
done.
talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just chilling.
Everybody's
over
standing
there.
and looking at this incredibly large cannon.
Oh, good.
So that's 18 hit points back. I got one more. So 30 hit points back.
Okay.
And what are you doing with this self-inflicted damage?
So I'm going to take 54 damage.
I'll go.
And do 54 bludgeoning, magical bludgeoning.
Yeah.
We all get that.
To the,
Oh, enemy.
No, it's any one enemy within, and it's damage I do to myself.
Got it.
Yeah. So I'm doing
you imagine?
54 damage to myself.
Okay.
And doing 54 magical bludgeoning to the
All right.
to the
So you
cannon.
raise your maul high. I'm assuming you've taken off the wraps at this point. You raise your maul high and come down with magical force on this thing. The mithril of your, the mithril infused head of your maul slamming into this steel. Boom, boom, boom. You hear a loud crack as it shatters the top shell of this thing, exposing the innards. And there's moving bits and moving pieces. This is kind of what you guys had perceived
Yeah, I can pour the acid in there. Then.
directly.
Sure.
Yeah.
Great.
That if I use them all, the additional damage would be 14 on top of the 54.
Yeah, I mean, this
Yeah,
thing has
just-
lots of hit points.
just
but
letting you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how much was it total?
68.
68?
Total, yeah. And
Yeah, I mean, this thing is very badly damaged at this point.
I'll go passes out.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, right.
I'm gonna run over and do cure wounds on Ugo.
Okay, good. Thank you.
And you are going to pour the acid in?
Yeah. And I'll wait until he smashes it open, and then I'll pour the acid inside.
There's a huge clang, crashing sound as you break this thing open. You pass out on the ground. Lily runs over, places hands on you, and Civ, you step up on the back and pour acid in it. You see this smoke rise up. It smells awful, and the odor invades your nostrils. You smell this terrible smell of cooked metal, and everything starts to bend and melt inside. Pieces that previously moved and fit perfectly inside one another, all, it looks like Vader's mask from,
Sure.
Hey, everyone. Okay, I think
Force Awakens.
we need to get moving. I have an idea.
Is it disabled, Civ? Do you think you did it?
Yes, I don't think they're going to be able to continue firing it.
I can figure out a way to buy us a little more time. If everyone backs away from it, please.
What? Can people start telling us their plans before they
No,
blow
never
themselves
mind.
up?
I was gonna cast hallucinatory terrain, but I've used both my spell slots, and I only have the Pearl of Power, which gives me back a third level, and hallucinatory is a fourth.
So, Ugo, you had.
Yeah, she gave me 12 hit points.
So you stand back up, and as you all of you stare at this smoking, broken piece of incredible machinery, this artillery cannon, you stand here and you cast your gaze down the road from where you came from, and you see walking up that road an orc with black metal on its body, arms, legs, neck, face. It's got a mask on, a helm that falls over its face, but it's unmistakable as who it is. He walks up, he's flanked by two magic-using orcs.
Oh.
3 more orcs behind him. The entire squad walks up and comes standing
How far away?
in place at the end of this, where is he?
Off the map, far away?
Yeah, they're back this way. They spot you, and this orc stands looking at you, Ugo, and all of you. Black tungsten steel grafted onto its body. Chainmail over the top of that. It stares at the smoking wreckage of this cannon and says, Ugo of Thorn. The first time you did not tell me you were Braka's brother. Your first time
You used magic to flee like a coward. I would have killed you where you stood if I had known you were brother to Bracca. Instead, Grolago played games. No more games. I know who you are now. And I know who your friends are.
I am going to peel that metal from your skin. And use it to make a new one of these!
You know Bracca wants to kill you.
Yeah, he tried once.
He wants to kill you very much.
He can try.
So much that he willing to make deal with Ukdun. So much he willing to unite armies for your friends.
You're apparently...
So he knows that you come back. He's waiting to kill you. But I don't think Grolago will give Bracca the chance. I think Grolago kill you himself.
Bracca rages.
And that's where it ends.
Yeah!
Lord.
Plot twist!
Great ending.
All right,
I know, yeah, not great.
so that's where we're gonna end tonight. We do have one card, although there's lots of cards for me, but somehow we'll figure all that out. I'm not gonna read 30 cards right now. We'll do a side
here for
special
2 more
episode,
hours.
like reading hour with
you,
Jeff.
Jeff.
I am grateful for all the support,
With a
but
glass of
we do
wine,
have
reading cards.
one card from
man.
Joker 38 for Lily that we need to read before
Oh, thank you, Joker.
we sign off
38.
tonight.
It says redo the entire battle.
Yeah, no kidding.
The lucky coin of the wink and the smile. In the Vardo, you find a glorious gold coin, emblazoned with a hot bartender. Oh, when you spend it, roll 1d4 and add to or subtract from any roll.
Cool.
But by any player or the DM after the roll for no action and out of turn if need. He got lucky with these coins, will you?
Nice.
Wow, what a,
Subtract
what
or
a
add a
sultry
D4.
card.
Yeah.
So that card's got a little extra.
That was from Joker what?
Joker 38. I do want to say again, thank you to Grim Faded, Dyson Capes, Twinsen, Changebox for all the cards for me. I really, really do appreciate it. We have Love from Snebu Gator, Fragment of Heart Soul, Scully is my homegirl, Avamir, Changebox, Just Jules, and so many others. Thank you for those shows of support and love. We appreciate those balloons. This is a wild episode, but it was fun, right?
Wow.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate you, and we appreciate your support of the show. We'll be back next week. Until then, humankind, be both.
Everybody.
Be both.
Okay, guys.
To all of you who've played along and interacted with us throughout the evening, our humble thanks. And thank you to everyone that shared our adventure. And my respect and thanks to Miko Oblico, Fuzz58, Brrr Ice, Briber, Aegis 13, Changebox, Witch Space, Nevins, Waffle Iron, Lost Legend 15, I Am Robin Nicole, Half-Blood Phoenix Fire, Battle Turkey, The Womb and Only, Willmeister, Musk Stick Addict, Wizard Lee, Ole Bole, Cetar, The Dungeon Run Fragment of the Heart, _Soul, Star 22233, D&D Kid, Music Man 77, Mugsy, Lurkfish, Thunder Muffin, Don't Hate Fahima, and Bobo Zinkerman. Love the names. Whose viewer submitted Force of Good and Force of Evil cards were used on tonight's show. And don't forget, the Dungeon Rundown, the official Dungeon Run after show, airs Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific. Our host, Trisha Hirschberger, sits down with the cast of the show to talk all things Dungeon Run. From community questions and episode recaps to theories and all the fan art your mortal brains can fathom. The Dungeon Rundown airs right here on caffeine.tv/The Dungeon Run. Make sure to follow the channel to get live notifications. And of course, join us for the Dungeon Run next week, next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific, right here as the Dungeon Run continues. Until next week, may the dice roll in your favor.
It started. It started. It started. Started. As a simple dungeon run. As a simple dungeon run.
Let the dice
In a world where magic exists, anything is possible.
Ah, life is pain. Ah, life is pain. Pain, 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 pain.
Meep, I love you. Come back to me. Meep. 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 We're falling through space. No plans.
The island of Bingle is safe once again. You may return to your homes. And if there are any that are willing, help them rebuild.
Humankind. Be both.